One night, the village of Konohagakure no Sato attacks the demon fox or otherwise Kyuubi no Yuku. The current 4th Hokage entered into an unequal battle with Kyuubi and soon came to his aid the bloody habanera or otherwise Kushina Uzumaki, but she was exhausted due to childbirth. Minato Namekaze was the name of the 4th Hokage decided to seal all the power of the Kyuubi into his son Naruto Uzumaki, but the price of the seal is the life of the summoner. When sealing the Kyuubi wanted to pierce Naruto's body, Kushina and Minato stood in the way of the claw, and they wished their son good luck and Minato finished the technique. By this time, the 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen and the Anbu of Konoha arrived at the scene of the battle, and he noticed the bodies of Minato and Kushina. Then he saw little Naruto and he said, "I'll take care of him." Minato, Kushina, Chapter 1, Brothers Return. 6 years have passed since the fox's attack. Naruto was beaten by everyone, called a demon, tried to kill him, and he endured all this. The last time he was admitted to hospital he spent 3 weeks there. A boy of about 7 to 8 years old is walking towards the gates of Konohagakure no Sato. He is stopped by the guards at the gate and asked, "Who are you? What is your purpose in coming?" This boy's name was Azuki Uzumaki. He replied, "My name is Azuki Uzumaki, my goal is to come to my younger brother, his name is Naruto Uzumaki." The guards look at him and think. Azuki's appearance. On top is a black jacket with a high collar, on his legs are black pants, shoes, sandals. Shinobi. The guard replied, "Come in, should I take you to the Hokage's residence?" Azuki replied, "Yes, if it's not too much trouble." And they went, and after 13 minutes they were at the residence. Azuki, "I'll do it myself from now on." The guard nodded and went back. Azuki walks up the stairs and sees a door with a sign that says, Hokage, on it. Azuki knocked. "Come in," was heard from the office. Azuki entered the office. He bowed to the Hokage and said, "Hello, Hokage-sama, I have come to see Naruto Uzumaki." Hokage. "Who are you?" Azuki. "My name is Azuki Uzumaki, and yes, I am the eldest son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki." After these words, Hiruzen dropped his jaw and piped to the floor. Hiruzen. "Fought. Azuki. Yes, you didn't imagine it." Hiruzen. "I didn't know Minato and Kushina had a second son." Azuki. "I was at my grandfather's in the hidden Whirlpool village. It was destroyed 3 years ago, but I was able to survive that massacre and came here." Hiruzen looks at Minato's portrait. Azuki. "Excuse me, may I know where Naruto is right now?" Hiruzen. "He's in the Konoha hospital." Azuki looked at him angrily and said, "Where is this hospital and who did this?" Hiruzen. "From the residence to the right, 150 meters, and continued, whoever did this has already been punished." This caused Azuki's eyes to light up with a dojutsu, Izagen in both eyes. Hiruzen swallowed and said, "Where did you get Izagen?" Azuki. "This is the Uzumaki clan's dojutsu." Azuki. "With your permission, I will go to my brother." Hiruzen nodded and lit his pipe. 2 minutes later, Azuki came to the hospital and then asked in which room Naruto Uzumaki was. Nurse. "In room 390, 3rd floor, from the stairs, to the right." Azuki. "Thank you." He got up and saw the right room, then opened the door and entered the room. Naruto had already woken up at this time and was sitting, looking out the window. Then he heard a noise and looked at the door, and I saw a boy of about 7 to 8 years old with poisonous red hair. Naruto, who are you? Azuki. I am Azuki Uzumaki, your older brother. Naruto. Bro. Azuki nodded. Naruto stood up and walked over to him, then hugged him and cried with happiness. Azuki hugged Naruto. He then took Naruto's hand and they walked out of the hospital, taking the discharge papers with them. They go for 3 minutes. Rising to the Hokage, 2 brothers come in there. Azuki. Hiruzen, I want to take custody of Naruto and get all the money our parents have saved up, and I demand you give me the key to our parents' mansion. Hiruzen hands over the keys and says, the money will be brought in 3 hours and all the documents about guardianship too. Azuki took the keys and lifted Naruto onto his back and said, thank you. Azuki and Naruto came to the mansion and just touched the gate, the seals were activated, and they were able to enter. Entering the house, they saw cleanliness. And that all the furniture was as before. At this, Azuki shed a little tear. Azuki pulled Naruto down and said, choose a room, and in the meantime, I'll cook something to eat. Azuki went to the kitchen and started preparing food. Note, they bought some groceries on the way to the mansion. Naruto cheerfully came down from the 2nd floor and said, I chose. Azuki had already managed to prepare food using shadow clones. Azuki. Come on, show me. They went up to the second floor. Naruto went to the room from the stairs to the right first. Azuki follows him. Azuki. Okay, then mine will be opposite, but now let's go eat. Naruto ran to wash his hands. Azuki too. And they went to the kitchen, where the clones had already set the table. They started eating. 20 minutes after they ate, knock on the gate. Azuki. Naruto, go to your room, I'll be right there. Naruto ran to his place. Azuki went to the gate and opened it. And he noticed Kakashi Hatake. Azuki. Hello, Kakashi. Kakashi. The Hokage asked me to give you this. He hands over an envelope with money. Azuki. Thank you. Kakashi. I'll go then. Azuki. If you want, you can come, since you are my father's student. Kakashi nodded and disappeared into a swirl of leaves. Azuki went back, put the envelope in the kitchen and went up to Naruto. I started reading a Naruto fairy tale. Naruto was already asleep soon and Azuki went to his room and also fell asleep. In the morning, Azuki woke up from a knock on the gate. He walked up to the window and saw Kakashi and waved to him. Then he quickly went down and opened the door for him. They entered the house and went into the kitchen. Azuki. Tea or coffee? Kakashi. Give me some coffee. Azuki created a clone and ordered it to make coffee while he made breakfast. Kakashi was surprised at what his dead teacher's eldest son could do. Azuki's clone placed a cup of coffee in front of Kakashi and relaxed. A sleepy Naruto came down to the smell. Naruto sleepily said, Good morning, brother, who is this? Pointing at Kakashi. Azuki, without turning around, says, This is our teacher Kakashi Hatake's student. Naruto. Hello, Kakashi-sama. Kakashi. Please don't call me that, just Kakashi. Naruto. Okay. Azuki. Naruto, go wash up and sit down to eat. Azuki. Kakashi, will you eat with us? Kakashi nodded. Azuki set breakfast for 3 people. Azuki. Kakashi, do you know where I can buy sheets of paper to determine chakra elements? Kakashi. I know, then reached into his pouch and pulled out 12 sheets of paper. Azuki, can I have a few? Kakashi. I knew you would ask for it all. Kakashi. Do you know your chakra element? Azuki. Yes, I have all 5 elements. Azuki. Kaden, Fuden, Raiden, Doden, Sweden. Kakashi. From where? Azuki. Izagen. Kakashi raised an eyebrow and tilted his head to the side. Azuki activated Izagen. Kakashi. From where? Azuki. This is the Uzumaki clan's dojutsu. Kakashi looked at the time. Kakashi. Sorry, I have to go. Azuki sealed the food and gave the scroll to Kakashi. Azuki. To unseal, simply direct chakra to the seal. Kakashi nodded. Chapter 2 Hellish Training. Naruto came running with a bath. Naruto sat up and saw that Kakashi was gone. Naruto. Brother, where is Kakashi? Azuki. He left, he's a jonin, he has a lot to do. The brothers began to eat. Azuki. Finish eating now, go get dressed, and we'll go to the Hokage. Naruto nodded and quickly finished eating and ran to get dressed. Azuki put away the dishes and began to put on his sandals. Naruto ran and stumbled. Azuki. Why are you falling? Watch where you're stepping. He smiled a little and lifted Naruto up. Naruto smiles and says, Okay brother. The brothers left the house and as soon as they closed the gate, the barrier activated around the house. And they went to the Hokage. After 3 minutes Azuki knocked on the door. Come in, was heard from the office. The brothers entered. In the office stood Fugaku Uchiha, Shimura Danzo, Hiyashi Hyuga and Sarutobi. Azuki started to get angry when he saw Danzo. Danzo. What are the village weapon and some kid doing here? Azuki. This kid could kill you. Danzo. Try it. Azuki activated his eyes and used the Bansho Tenon technique. Danzo was drawn to Azuki and saw that he had Izagen. Azuki wanted to kill Danzo, but then Sarutobi intervened. Sarutobi. Let him go. Azuki stopped the technique. Azuki. I came to ask to be excused from the academies for a year and to be enrolled in the same class as my brother after a year. Sarutobi. Okay. Danzo wanted to say something, but he saw Azuki's gaze. Azuki. I also wanted to ask you to take over the 7th training ground for training. Sarutobi nodded. The brothers went to the training ground. Azuki. Go to the training ground, I'm going home now, I'll grab one thing, Naruto nodded and walked towards the training ground. Naruto is walking down the street and a Chunin rank shinobi kicks him into an alley. Uzuki walks and hears Naruto screaming. Uzuki accelerated with lightning. Uzuki, you bastards, you'll regret touching my brother. The Chunin laughed and said, what are you going to do to us? And then one saw Uzuki's eyes. Uzuki shouted the name of the Shinra Tensei technique. Chuninov was pressed against the wall. Uzuki was about to kill them when the Anbu appeared. Uzuki, get up brother and let's go. Naruto stood up and wiped his tears and snuggled closer to Uzuki. Anbu arrested those Chunin for attacking the 4th Hokage's son. They came to the training ground number 7. Uzuki, Naruto, do you know what chakra is? Naruto nodded. Uzuki, okay, you can control chakra and release it, right? Naruto, no. Uzuki demonstrated how chakra can be used to walk on trees, water, and other surfaces. Naruto repeated it on the 3rd try. Uzuki, well done, stroked his hair. Uzuki, take these pieces of paper and squeeze them between your fingers. Naruto did this and figured out that he needed to bring chakra to them. One burned, the second was crumpled, the third was torn, and the fourth got wet. Uzuki, not bad, you have 4 natural chakra elements. Uzuki, let's start with physical training. Uzuki, 20 laps around the training ground, 30 push-ups, 50 squats, 3 sets, Naruto started to perform. After 3 hours Naruto was exhausted. Uzuki, sit in the lotus position and relax. Naruto did everything. He got into the subconscious. Follows the sound through the corridors. Naruto went out into the great hall where he saw the Kyuubi no Yuku. Naruto, are you the Kyuubi no Yuku? Kyuubi opened his eyes and came out into the light. Kyuubi, yes, and you are my jailer. Naruto, is it true that you killed my parents? Kyuubi, I did this against my will, I was controlled by the Sharingan. Naruto because of this changed his subconscious to a large clearing, a large waterfall, and next to the waterfall a large tree where he lay completely in the shadow of Kyuubi. Kyuubi, why did you do this and how? Naruto, this is my subconscious and I can change it as I want. Kyuubi, smart for a little boy. Naruto, Kyuubi no Yuku, isn't it a name? Kyuubi nodded. Naruto, may I know your name? Kyuubi looked into Naruto's eyes and saw power. Kyuubi, my name is Kurama. Naruto, okay Kurama, let's be friends. Kurama nodded. Naruto came out of the subconscious and waved to Kurama. Uzuki, were you in the subconscious, communicating with Kurama? Naruto, how do you know? Uzuki activated his eyes. Uzuki, this is Izagen and I can see the inner world. Naruto, I see. Uzuki, let's go home, that's enough for today. And so it went on for about 4 months. Here the brothers came to the training ground again. Uzuki, now we'll study elemental techniques. Uzuki, Naruto create 4 clones. Naruto created 4 clones. Uzuki, let one clone develop Kaden, another Fuden, another Suiden, and the last Raiden. Uzuki, and with me you will develop Taijutsu and Kenjutsu. Naruto gave the order to the clones and began to fight with Uzuki in Taijutsu. The first clone dissipated. The second clone dissipated. The third one dissipated. And the fourth continued to study the element of lightning after 4.5 hours. Uzuki, rest, then we'll practice Kenjutsu skills. Naruto started to rest and eat. Uzuki, make another clone and let it sleep. Naruto did everything as Uzuki said. Uzuki, let's get started. 30 minutes after the start, the clone that Raiden was studying dissipated. Another 2 hours passed. Uzuki, that's all for today, let's go. The brothers were walking home. As they approached the house, they saw that Sarutobi and Fugaku were waiting for them. The brothers came up and Uzuki said, what brings you to us? Sarutobi, there are things to do. Fugaku just remained silent. The brothers and their guests came in. Uzuki, Naruto, go to your room and rest. Naruto nodded and went to his place. Uzuki, let's go to the kitchen. Uzuki created 2 clones and they started cooking food. Uzuki, I'm listening. Sarutobi, the year will soon end and you will be entering the academy, but I see that you have long since ceased to be genin, or am I wrong? Uzuki, I haven't been a genin for a long time, and as for Naruto, he's already a very strong genin, you can consider him a weak chunin. Sarutobi, that's how I'll continue. I don't think you should enter the academy, I want to promote you to Naruto genin after a year, but I don't even know about you. Uzuki, Maybe a Junin. Sarutobi. I wanted to suggest that when the year is up, you join the Anbu in a new unit called the Demons. What do you say? Azuki. We'll need to talk to Naruto. Fugaku. I came to you because I was your father's friend. Azuki. I remember you. Sarutobi. Then I'll go. Azuki. Goodbye Sarutobi. Fugaku. I also came for one more gift. Your father asked me to give it to you when you return. Azuki. A gift. Fugaku. He said it wasn't for you, it was for Naruto. Azuki realized what was there. Azuki, Sharingan. Fugaku nodded and handed over the jar of eyes. Azuki took it. Azuki. I hope you can train Naruto to use the Sharingan. Fugaku nodded and said, then I'll be going. Azuki. Goodbye. Fugaku left, and Naruto immediately came out. He heard everything. Naruto, brother, I'm ready, transplant them for me. Azuki looked and said, okay. The brothers went down to the basement of the house, where the laboratory was located. Naruto lay down on the table. Azuki. Naruto, don't be afraid, it might hurt. Naruto nodded. Azuki put Naruto to sleep and began the eye transplant. After 3 hours the operation was over. Naruto woke up with a blindfold on his eyes. Azuki. Lie down, rest, let your eyes get used to it. Naruto. Did it go well? Azuki. Operation yes, but now we have to wait to see if your body will accept them or not. After 12 hours. Naruto took off the bandages and looked in the mirror and I didn't see anything. Decided to direct chakra to the eyes. He was surprised that he had a Sharingan with one Tomo. Azuki. What, are you already awake? And saw the eyes. Naruto is happy. The rest of the time he was trained by Azuki and Fugaku. 8 months have passed. Chapter 3 Inches Anbu. In the morning the brothers got up and went to wash their hands, while Azuki summoned a clone and sent him to the kitchen. The brothers went down to the first floor and went to the kitchen. Azuki. Let's eat quickly and go to the Hokage, the time has come. The brothers quickly ate and went to the Hokage. After 4 minutes. Knocking on the window. Sarutobi nodded, which meant it was possible. The brothers entered. Sarutobi. Let's start with you. Naruto, I grant you the title of Anbu Jonin. Naruto. Hi, Hokage-sama. Sarutobi. Azuki, I grant you the title of Captain Anbu Jonin. Sarutobi. Raven, show them where to get equipment and have them get the Anbu tattoo. Raven. Hi. The brothers follow the Raven. Azuki. Itachi, how is your brother? The Raven stopped and looked at Azuki. Raven. How do you know who I am? Azuki. Fugaku. Itachi. Then I understand. And they went further. An hour later. The demon group appeared to the Hokage. Fugaku, Hiashi, Danzo and Sarutobi are standing in the office. There's a sudden flash and the squad is on one knee. Danzo just wanted to say how Azuki's tanto was at his throat. Sarutobi. Demon leave. The demon nodded and returned to his place. Danzo realized that it was better not to argue with them. Hiruzen. Danzo, come out. Danzo left silently. Hiruzen. Demon squad, your mission is rank C, but it may get complicated. You will accompany Team 7 to intervene in case of danger. Demon. Can we begin? Hiruzen. Yes. The demon squad disappeared and appeared behind the gate on a tree branch. Kakashi felt the chakra first and then it disappeared and he realized that the Anbu squad was nearby. Team 7 headed towards the waves and the demon squad followed them. Chapter 4 Inches. A new enemy. Team number 7 is moving and Kakashi saw puddles on the road, even though it hasn't rained for a month. How the brothers passed from the puddle cut Kakashi. Kakashi is sitting on a tree and saw a squad of Anbu and recognized by the sign what kind of team it was. He waved at them, and they nodded in response and disappeared. The Genins tried to deal with them. Soon Kakashi appeared and knocked both of them out. They soon woke up, but were tied up. Kakashi began to torture them. Everything failed and he decided to use Anbu. Gave a sign that only the Anbu know. The fox appeared. The fox uses Magiko Sharingan and immerses them in Tsukuyomi. A couple of seconds passed and the brothers were released from the Genjutsu and they told everything. The demon appeared and put a seal on the brothers, and they ended up in Konoha prison. Genin look at Anbu. The Anbu nodded and disappeared. Kakashi. Dazuna, do you have anything you want to say? Dazuna. Our village is poor because of Gato. Kakashi is listening. Then Dazuna speaks. As per canon, team number 7 decided to move on soon. As per canon, they met Zabuza Momochi. The demon squad suddenly appeared. Kakashi said, we're guarding the carpenter, Anbu will figure it out. Zabuza, Who the hell are you? Demon. Anbu Konoha Special Forces Demons, Zabuza. This is the first time I've heard of this squad. Demon. No wonder he's a secret idiot. Zabuza began to disperse the mist. Demon. Fox joint technique. The demon and the fox began to fold the seals and said the technique's FUNN collaboration technique. Heavenly punishment. The air pressure was so strong that Zabuza almost flew away, but managed to grab onto his sword. Dragon Squad. Joint technique. Fire and fearsome dragon. Zabuza decided to give in. But he couldn't because he was caught in the barrier. The demon clones managed to form seals for the crimson barrier. Haku has appeared. Demon. Fox, deal with that. The fox nodded and flashed from behind and applied an illusion seal. Note. This technique was invented by Naruto himself, and the essence of the technique is that a person gets into the world of Tsukuyomi and it is impossible to free himself, and only Naruto or Uzukage himself can remove the seal. Technique rank Forbidden Secret. The fox sealed the guy in a scroll. Demon. Great Sealing Technique. Note. The Great Sealing Technique is Uzukage's personal technique. The point is that a person ends up in another dimension where he can neither walk nor use chakra until the seal is removed, and only Uzukage can remove it, and the rank is Forbidden Secret Techniques. The demons nodded and disappeared, and appeared at the Hokages. The demons fell on one knee. Demon. I report to Hokage-sama. Demon. Mission accomplished. Initial mission level C then changed to rank A. Criminals apprehended and in Konoha prison. Flashback. Before the Hokage appears, the Anbu appear in the Konoha prison and leave the renegades. Hokage. Very well, rest and be free. Demons. Hi Hokage. Chapter 5 Inches Anniversary of Parents' Death. Uzukage got up early the next morning and went to cook food. Naruto woke up to the smell and ran to his brother. Uzukage. Brother, happy birthday. Naruto was happy at first, and then upset. Uzukage. Come on, go wash up and let's go visit our parents. Naruto went to wash himself. The brothers ate and they went to the cemetery where the bodies of Minato and Kushina were buried. After 30 minutes they arrived at the place and saw there the entire Uchiha clan, the entire Hyuga clan, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Sarutobi Asuna, Yuhi Kurunai, Kakashi Hatake, the entire Akamichi clan, the entire Senju clan, the entire Aburame clan, the entire Inuzuka clan, the entire Nara clan, the entire Yamanaka clan, Nohara Rin, Jiraiya. Note. The entire Uchiha and Senju clans are alive. Obito is also alive and in the clan, and Rin too. The brothers walk and everyone looks at them and moves away, giving them the way to the grave of their parents. Brothers look at everyone. Uzukage. Have you all come to give my father and Naruto a keepsake? Everyone nodded and tears were visible on everyone's faces. The brothers also say about themselves that they miss them gone. Everyone except the Uchiha clan, Kakashi Hatake, Nohara Rin, Senju clan, and Nara clan. They stood like that for about 3 hours. Everyone left except the brothers, but everyone still talks and consoles them. Another hour has passed. The brothers go to the Hokage's heads. The residents looked at them differently than usual. A group of 10 residents said beat the demons. Uzukage spoke outer path. Heavenly punishment, and those 10 residents died immediately. Uzukage. Who else wants to come to us or talk to us on this day? The residents simply hung their heads down. The brothers reached Mount Hokage. They sat there for about 9 hours. Then they used the Hiraishin no Jutsu technique and houses appeared. A couple of minutes later there was a knock on the door. Uzukage looked out the window and there stood Fugaku Uchiha, Itachi Uchiha, Shisui Uchiha, Obito Uchiha, Nohara Rin, Kakashi Hatake. Uzukage went and opened the door and the guests entered. Fugaku. Sorry we're so late. Brothers. Nothing. Fugaku. We wanted to discuss your next steps. Brothers. We'll be in Anbu for now, then maybe we'll take a group of genin. Fugaku hands over the box. Brothers. What's there? Fugaku. I don't know, but Minato asked me to give it to you when you are 7 to 8 years old. Uzukage. Opened the box. In the box. A letter, a scroll, a general photo of them with their parents. The brothers sat on the floor and began to cry. Fugaku. We'll go. After that they all left. And the brothers began to cry even louder when they saw the photo. Uzukage unsealed the scroll. Appeared. Cloak with the inscription for Hokage, scroll of Minato's techniques, forbidden scrolls of the Namikaze and Uzumaki clan, and a scroll with the key to the seal that is on Naruto's stomach. Uzukage, do you want to remove the seal from Kurama? Naruto. I'll ask Kurama now. Uzuki nodded. Naruto sat in the lotus position appeared at the cage. Naruto, Kurama. Kurama. Do it, you deserve it, and I will forever protect you until you die. Naruto threw a fist at Kurama. Kurama did the same. Naruto disappeared. Naruto, yes brother. Uzuki began to remove the seal that was holding Kurama back with the key. Naruto entered full Kyuubi mode. Naruto. Brother, let's become stronger for our parents. Uzuki nodded. Uzuki put on the cloak with the inscription 4th Hokage. A few minutes later he hung it under glass and next to it a large portrait of their parents. Uzuki. Let's go brother. The brothers went to the clothing store they came in and the owner realized who they were. He nodded to them. Uzuki. Please pick out Naruto's clothes. The owner nodded. Uzuki. I ask for a long coat with a high collar, a black t-shirt and a vest, but the t-shirt has the Namikaze symbol on the front and the coat has the Uzumaki and Namikaze sign, black pants and black shinobi sandals. The owner gave everything that was asked for. This is what the brothers look like now. Both have black long cloaks with the Uzumaki and Namikaze symbols, under the cloaks a black t-shirt with the Namikaze symbol and black vests, black pants and black sandals underneath. Chapter 6 Inches First Meeting with Orochimaru. The brothers, as always, put on their masks and appeared before the Hokage. Hokage. SS rank mission, your target is Root Anbu, do you need anyone else? Demons. We can handle it ourselves, can we get started? The Hokage nodded. Demons appeared at the entrance to the Anbu route. Activated your dojutsu. The Anbu at the entrance were killed very quickly. Entered the route. Danzo Shimura and the entire route Anbu are worth it. Demon. Danzo Shimura, you are declared a criminal of the village and the punishment is death. Danzo laughed. The demons nodded and removed their masks. And Danzo realized that it was bad to joke with them. Uzuki has Rinnegan and Naruto has Magiko Sharingan. Naruto entered partial Susanoo. Uzuki uses the outer path Bansho Tenon technique and all the root are drawn to them and Naruto kills all the root with one blow. Danzo realized that he would not be able to win and summons Orochimaru. Orochimaru, what happened Danzo? Danzo points to his brothers. Orochimaru recognized Naruto as Minato and Uzuki as Kushina and Minato. Uzuki, let's fight not here, but outside the village walls. Everyone nodded and Uzuki moved everyone 40 kilometers away from the village. Naruto entered complete Susanoo. Uzuki summons 5 bodies with Izagen. Orochimaru summons Manda. Danzo began to remove the seals from his hand. Note. Uzuki has 6 Izagen paths: 1 way outer Tendo, 2 the path of Shirato, 3 the way of Ninjendo, 4 the Chukushodo path, 5 the way of Gakido, 6 the way of Jigokudo. 7 path Hell punishment, it includes the Gedo abilities, the merciless punishment and Hell punishment techniques, summoning the astral body of Jubi. Uzuki uses the 7th path and summons the astral body of Jubi. Naruto saw this and entered full Kyuubi mode and the Susanoo armor surrounded Kurama. Orochimaru realized that these brothers were stronger than even pain. Orochimaru will be hard for us, said Danzo. Danzo, why? Orochimaru, look at them. Danzo saw Kurama in Susanoo armor and Jubi, 10-tailed, Uzuki technique 7 Izagen path Jubi bomb Naruto Kyuubi tailed beast bomb. 2 attacks were directed at Orochimaru and Danzo. Danzo died immediately, even his Sharingans didn't help. Orochimaru, you are strong, while exiting the body Uzuki, you too, if you withstood our attack, but this is the last one who saw our joint technique. Uzuki and Naruto hits each other. Jubi and Kurama connect and become almost 130 meters above ground level. Brothers, technique joint punishment. Note. The joint punishment technique is a technique invented only by the brothers, which kills all living things at the atomic level, and yes, I forgot, after the attack, Danzo was sealed by the Jubi technique and was placed in another dimension, which only Uzuki can enter and take from there. The attack went to Orochimaru. Hit the target, right on target. Orochimaru was destroyed. The brothers exited their modes and used Hiraishin and appeared in the Hokage's office. The brothers quickly put on their masks. Demons. Hokage's mission is accomplished. Demons. Orochimaru was destroyed, he helped Danzo, the demon summoned a scroll and opened it and a dead Danzo appeared, but without an arm and one eye. Hokage. You gave his Sharingans to the Uchiha clan. Demon. Yes, but we kept 2 Sharingans for ourselves. The Hokage raised an eyebrow. Demons. You'll find out soon, Hokage, free. The demons are gone. Chapter 7 Inches Resurrection of the Uzumaki clan, the next morning. The demons ate quickly as usual and came to the Hokage. Hokage, your mission is send to the land of sand, and give this to the cage. Here's and through the scroll the demons disappeared and appeared at the gate. They nodded in greeting to the gate guards. And they headed towards the land of sand. While walking along the road, they met people from Akatsuki, namely Pain and Konan. The demons stopped Pain. Who are you? Demon. Anbu of Konoha. Pain felt that these guys were stronger than him. Demon. I assume this is the body that controls the chakra receiver. Pain and Konan are shocked. Demon. Nagato. Pain. From where? The demon took off his mask. Pain. Brother. The demon nodded. Fox. Who is this brother? Demon. This is a cousin. Demon. Nagato, come here in 4 days. Pain nodded. The demon put on a mask and they quickened their pace. A day later they are at the gate to the sand village. Guards. Who are you? Demon. Konoha Anbu on an errand. Guard. Pass the largest house, this is the cage's residence. The demons nodded and 2 minutes later they were at the office. Knock. From the office. Come in. Demons entered the office. Cage. Are you from Konoha? The demons nodded. Cage. Give me the scroll. Demon. How do you know it's a scroll? Cage. It was conveyed to me. The demons activated their eyes. A sharp cut and Naruto fell. Azuki technique hell punishment. He took Naruto and ended up in Konoha in the hospital. The Hokage came there. Azuki. Mission failed. Fox injured. The Hokage nodded and showed that there was no need for formality. Azuki. I'm not asking everyone who did this. Azuki. I need to leave the village and meet someone. Hiruzen. Okay, I'll look after Naruto. Azuki put on a mask and disappeared. Appeared in that place. They were waiting for him there. Nagato himself and Konan. Azuki. Hello brother. Azuki. Naruto was almost killed. Nagato. Who? Azuki. Someone from the sand. Nagato. Are you going to take revenge? Azuki. Not yet. Nagato. What else did you want to say? Azuki. I want to resurrect the clan. Nagato. Where exactly do you want it? Azuki. In the same place. Nagato. I'm ready to help, I know where the others are. Azuki. Okay, I'll come there in 3 days. Nagato. Okay, I'll wait for you with the others. Azuki disappeared and appeared at Naruto's. Naruto, brother. Azuki took off his mask and listened. Naruto. I want to kill whoever did this to me. Azuki. Can you walk? Naruto nodded. Azuki. Let's go to the place where our clan was. Naruto nodded. Azuki and Naruto went, took the extract, and went to the Hokage after 2 minutes. Knock. Hokage, come in. Azuki. Hokage, we have decided to leave the village for the place where our clan was. Hokage. How? Azuki. I found survivors from the clan. Naruto and Azuki removed their bandages and with their technique removed the Anbu seals. They put the bandages on the Hokage's desk. Brothers. Goodbye Hokage. The brothers walked towards the exit of the village. They disappeared and appeared at the place. There Nagato and some of the survivors from the clan and Konan were already waiting for them. Azuki. Nagato, Denza, Dante, Kimi, are you ready? Everyone nodded. All of them are Uzumaki clan's secret technique. Rindo, recovery. The village was restored, but they all fell unconscious. Chapter 8 The Return of the Mighty Clan. The next day Azuki woke up. Azuki stood up and saw that he was in the main house of the village. Naruto ducked on his brother. Azuki. Naruto, I'm glad you're alive. Naruto. Let's go, everyone is waiting for you. The brothers went outside. In front of Azuki stands a partial clan and at the sight of him, everyone fell on one knee. Azuki. Stand up, I'm glad we're all alive, but we need to choose a clan and village leader. All. We have already decided everything, you will become our clan and village head. Azuki. Okay, I will bring the clan and the village back to the power it once was. Azuki. Who has the 6 crimson flames barrier technique? 12 people emerged from the crowd. Azuki. Make a barrier around the village. The 12 people nodded and disappeared into the whirlpool. Then a barrier appeared around the village. Azuki. Let's all run and train, we need to get back in shape. Everyone nodded and ran off to train. After 12 hours. A squad of shinobi is heading towards the village of Uzukage no Sato. But they are spotted by sensors, and for a moment they stand in front of Azuki. Dante, we have guests coming. Azuki. Gather them, we'll meet the people. Dante nodded. Azuki put on his cloak and appeared at the gates of Uzukage no Sato, and with him the entire clan. In front of the barrier appeared the shinobi of Kumogakure no Sato squad commander. Who are you? Azuki. I wanted to ask you, what are you doing here? Commander. We are the shinobi of Kumogakure village. Azuki. I am the head of the Uzumaki clan and the village of Uzukage no Sato. Commander. Don't make me laugh, you're only 18 years old and this clan and village have long been destroyed, and he only now saw the restored village in the barrier. The commander realized that if he said something wrong, his entire squad would be killed. Commander. Sorry for invading your territory. Azuki. Tell me what you want. Commander. We were just passing by. Azuki. I don't want you here. You'll leave on your own or we'll make you. The commander swallowed nervously. Commander. We're leaving. The commander gave a sign, and the squad ran, their heels sparkling. Azuki. Strengthen security, we'll figure it out in the morning while we sleep. Everyone nodded. 5 a.m. Azuki went outside. By this time the clan was already standing. Azuki. Okay, let's get started. Azuki. 2 groups of 4 people for reconnaissance from the village for 2 to 3 kilometers, and the rest for building walls around the village. Carry out. Everyone began to carry out the leader's orders. Azuki went to his office and then began to think about his future plans. Naruto. Brother, is there anything I can do to help? Azuki. Yes, go to Konoha, find Kakashi Hatake there, then bring him here. Naruto nodded and disappeared into the haze. Azuki's thoughts. The fighting power is weak, the clan and village numbers are small. But there are a lot of materials and territories. Azuki was distracted by the appearance of Naruto and Kakashi Hatake. Azuki. Hey Kakashi, sorry I had to bring you here like that. Kakashi. Nothing, what needs to be done? Azuki. I need you to talk to the clan heads like Aburama and Nara. Kakashi. I understand, is there anything else? Azuki. Let them send a letter about it. Azuki hands over 2 envelopes. Kakashi takes them. Kakashi. Shall I go then? Azuki nodded. Kakashi Hatake has disappeared. Azuki. Naruto, can you help build the walls? Naruto. Yeah, anything else brother? Azuki. No, that's all for today, and tell everyone not to disturb me until 7 p.m. Naruto nodded and disappeared. Azuki began to think about how to better protect the village and increase its population. Chapter 9 Inches New Enemy. Azuki didn't notice how he fell asleep. Evening 1920. Naruto flies into the office and shouts, Azuki, we're under attack. Azuki jumped up abruptly and asked, where are they? Naruto. The ceiling squad is holding them back. Azuki put his hand on Naruto's shoulder and they appeared at the gate. Azuki. Everyone back. The ceiling squad retreated back. Azuki. Naruto, step back and don't get in my way. Azuki uses the Izagen, outer path technique. And 6 bodies appeared in front of Azuki. Flashback, in the Uchiha clan. Fugaku. We need to destroy the Uzumaki clan now, otherwise there will be very serious problems later. In the clan council, everyone supported the leader's idea, but 3 disagreed. They were Itachi Uchiha, Shisui Uchiha, Obito Uchiha, Kai Uchiha. Fugaku, have you decided to go against the clan? Itachi looked at everyone and said, yes, father, have you forgotten what you yourself told the 4th Hokage? Fugaku. He's dead, so my promise is invalid. Itachi barely restrained himself. Itachi. Then, we leave the clan forever. Fugaku. Then you will die. Kai uses the Magaku Sharingan technique. Night's dream and the whole clan fell asleep, except for Itachi, Shisui and the inhabitants. Itachi. Let's go quickly to Azuki, he should receive us. Everyone nodded and ran. End of flashback. Azuki. Itachi, Shisui, Obito, and you stand behind the barrier. The Uchihas did it. Azuki uses Izagen 7 path. Hell's punishment. The battle lasted for an hour. Almost the entire Uchiha clan was killed in this battle. Azuki. Itachi, who is that with you? Itachi looked at Kai, signaling him to introduce himself. Kai. I am Kai Uchiha, a missing nin of the Konoha village and clan. Azuki raised one eyebrow and immediately looked at Itachi. Itachi. We left the clan and betrayed the village. Azuki. Because of Hiruzen. The Uchihas nodded. Azuki. I want to know if you would like to stand under the crest of the Whirlpool Village. The Uchihas nodded and sat down on one knee. Azuki, bring the clan's cloaks. Dante suddenly appeared to the left of Azuki, holding 4 cloaks. Dante hands them over to Azuki. Azuki took them. Azuki handed them over to the Uchihas. They took them and dressed them. Azuki pulled out 4 Anbu whirlpool masks from his hand seal, then he handed them over to them. The Uchihas took them, put them on, and immediately sat down on one knee again and said, Azuki-sama, what is our mission? Azuki, find Karen Uzumaki, she's somewhere in Orochimaru's hideout. The Maelstrom Anbu nodded and disappeared. Azuki, meeting in 10 minutes. Everyone nodded. Azuki went to the village main house after 10 minutes. Azuki left the house. Azuki, so, report what you managed to do today. Dante, we have almost finished building the walls, built new houses. Azuki, why new houses? Dante, our clan is growing and people who became exiles from other villages have come to us. Azuki nodded, hinting, continue. Dante, we started building the academy, but that was all we could do. Azuki, okay, I wanted to tell you not to forget about training. Everyone nodded. Azuki, free. Azuki went to his place but Dante and Naruto caught up with him. Dante, Azuki, wait, I wanted to discuss the village's military situation with you. Azuki showed, let's go. They go to the office. Azuki sat down at the table where the map lay. Dante and Naruto sat on either side of the table. Azuki, our affairs are in a dire state. Dante, yes, we are a weak village at the moment. Azuki, but we have to deal with this. Dante nodded in agreement. Naruto, maybe we should invite this village to join us. Pointing his finger at the village. Azuki, you mean the land of hot springs? Naruto nodded. Azuki thought and Dante thought too. Naruto is silent. Azuki decided and said, gather a detachment of ambassadors. Dante, have you finally decided to offer it to them? Azuki, is there a choice? Dante, well, yes, then I'm going to rest and I advise you to sleep too. The brothers nodded. Naruto, brother, I'm going to go take a walk around the village before bed. Azuki, be careful and don't get lost. Azuki lay down on the bed and immediately fell asleep. Naruto walked around the village and returned to the house and also went to bed. The next morning 5 o'clock. A detachment of ambassadors to the land of hot springs was created. They took the necessary documents from Azuki and went to the place. After 3 hours they were there, but they were attacked by a Konoha squad. One was able to poison Azuki's note through a summoning after 10 minutes. A snake appeared in Azuki's office and she delivered the message. Azuki squeezed the piece of paper. Chapter 10 Inches Searching for Karen. The Anbu group of Whirlpool were heading towards Orochimaru's hideout. Kabuto appeared in front of them. Itachi. Kabuto, where is Karen? Kabuto. Who are you? And why do you need Karen? Itachi. It's a secret, where is she? Kabuto wanted to attack, but then Karen appeared. Karen. Why are you looking for me? Itachi. We are the Anbu of the Maelstrom. Karen. Don't make me laugh, the village of the Whirlpool was destroyed long ago. Itachi. She was recently restored. Karen. Where is she now? Itachi. Toby show her. Toby put her in a genjutsu and showed her the entire village. Then he released her from the genjutsu. Karen. Then I agree to go with you. Kabuto. I never let you go anywhere. Karen. I mean, you're just the dead Orochimaru's assistant. Kabuto wanted to hit Karen for these words, but his hand was stopped by Kai. Snake Kai, try to attack her or us, you'll die. Kabuto realized that they were no joke, but he decided to test them anyway. Kabuto uses the Edo Tensai technique. Karen ran behind the Anbu. 3 coffins appeared in front of Kabuto. In front of them are 1 Hokage, 2 Hokages and 1 Cage. Itachi. Karen, stay behind us. Itachi and the others activated their Magiko Sharingans. And they all entered into a partial Susanoo form. Kabuto thoughts in his head. So they are Uchihas, I wonder. Itachi sealed them into a gourd with 1 blow. And they all took off their Susanoos. Kabuto, maybe we shouldn't. Obito uses Kamui on Kabuto in the world of Kamui. Kabuto, yeah, I can't get out of here. Kabuto sat in the lotus position in the real world. Itachi, Toby, take us to Sama. Toby nodded and moved everyone straight into the office. At this time, Azuki was already sitting, sorting through documents. Suddenly appeared in the whirlpool of Anbu. Azuki put the documents aside. Azuki stood up and walked towards them. The Anbu knelt down on one knee. Raven. Mission accomplished. No casualties among personnel. Azuki. Okay, you're free to rest. Azuki. Hello Karen, do you remember me? Karen. Azuki. Azuki nodded. Karen jumped on him. Azuki. I'm sorry I couldn't protect your parents. Karen. It's impossible to get them back. Azuki. Don't say that, let's go, I'll take you to a place. Chapter 11 Inches Restoration of Strength. They walk down the village street and Karen notices a familiar house and a light in it. Karen. Don't tell me they're alive. Azuki just walked towards the house and then knocked on the door. Mama Karen opened the door for him. Karen sat down on the ground and cried. Her mother squatted down and hugged her. They rose from the ground and looked at the back of Azuki as he walked away. Azuki walks through the village at night and thinks about her parents, as today is the anniversary of their death. Suddenly Naruto stands at the entrance to the house. Naruto. Brother, let's go to their grave now. Azuki nodded and they appeared in Konoha. They stood with flowers. Flashback. Before he appears, they pick their parents' favorite wildflowers at the grave. Hiruzen approached them. Hiruzen. You have returned to the graves. The brothers simply laid flowers on the grave. Azuki and Naruto each created a clone. We stood in a cube. Brothers and clones. 4 pentagrams barrier seal technique. The graves were sealed in a scroll and Azuki put it in his pocket. Brothers. We hate and despise you. And they disappeared. Brothers walk to the family cemetery and they unseal the graves of their parents next to their grandparents. The brothers go into the house and immediately pass out. The next morning 7:30. Azuki stood up and saw everyone training. Azuki went out to the balcony and watches everyone. Azuki gestured and the Anbu appeared on the balcony railing. Chapter 12 War with Konoha. Azuki. Raven, the mission is to infiltrate Konoha and find anyone who wants to join us. Raven. Is that all? Azuki. No, also find and take all the scrolls that have a connection to Namekaze and Uzumaki. Azuki. Do everything. The Anbu have disappeared. Naruto stood up and saw Azuki looking at the sky. Naruto. Brother, so you're going to declare war on Konoha? Azuki. Yes, let them suffer like us. Azuki shouted and attracted everyone's attention. Azuki. Good morning everyone, I wanted to tell you our plan. Azuki. Now, everyone, prepare for war with Konoha. Azuki. We'll make them regret destroying our clan and village. Everyone supported him and began to prepare for war. Azuki went and put on his cloak and Naruto also took off his cloak. The brothers left the house. And immediately in front of the gates appeared Anbu, clans and people who want to stand under the Uzumaki coat of arms. Clans such as Nara, Hyuga, Yamanaka, Aburame, Akamichi Inuzuka, Lee, Hitaki. And also Nohara Rin, Uchiha Sasuke. Azuki gave the order to issue them with the Whirlpool Village uniforms and masks. They were given everything they needed. Preparations for war have begun. Commentary on Prologue Part 1 of 2 Prologue. Prologue Part 2. Chapter 13 Inches War. Everyone gathered at the head of the mansion. Azuki. Friends, clan. I want to tell you that not everyone can return, but we must avenge our loved ones. Azuki. Who is willing to fight me back to back? Everyone said. We are all ready to give our lives. Azuki. Then, let's go to Konoha. Everyone looks at the quiet night sky. For the last time the army has moved. Note. The army consisted of the Uzumaki clan, Nara clan, Akamichi clan, Hyuga clan, Yamanaka clan, Aburame clan, Rock Lee and Might Guy, Uchiha Obita, Uchiha Sasuke, Uchiha Itachi, Nohara Rin, Kai Uchiha, Hitaki Kakashi, Yamanaka clan. A day later. 5 o'clock morning on the border of the Land of Fire in the Hokage's office. Cat. Hokage-sama, Shinobi have been spotted at the border. Hiruzen. How many are there? Cat. About 150,000. Hiruzen. How much? Cat. About 150,000 and they are led by Demon. Hiruzen. Evacuate the villagers and order everyone to be ready to defend the village. The cat nodded and disappeared. Let's return to the border of the fire country. Azuki. Let's make camp here. Azuki. Itachi and Obito stand guard. Itachi and Obito nodded. After 3 minutes the camp was set up. Uzuki sits by the fire and thinks about his plan of attack. Dante and Naruto sat down next to him. Uzuki. I'm thinking about how best to attack to reduce losses. Dante. What if the Uzumaki clan were to move forward, those who have Azagan? Uzuki. It's possible, but then the main attack force will be. Uzuki. Got it, it will be like this. Uzuki. The first group of all who have Magaku Sharingan, Byakugan, Izagan and Rinnegan, Uzuki. Second group Nara clan and Yamanaka, Akamichi. Uzuki. The rest are behind as backup. Naruto. And me. Uzuki. You're in the first group, where I'll be too. Dante. Okay, I'll tell everyone. Uzuki. Thank you. Itachi and Obito appeared at the fire. Itachi. We have guests from Konoha. Uzuki. Everyone who has a dojutsu, come to me. 30 seconds later, Konoha Anbu appeared in front of them. The Anbu were scared when they saw who was coming towards them. Note. All Konoha Anbu know what the demon and the fox are capable of. Anbu Captain. Demon, why did you decide to attack your own home? Uzuki. I'm not a demon anymore, and Konoha is not my home. Anbu. Why did you decide to go to war against Konoha? Uzuki. Konoha bullied Naruto, destroyed my clan, and hid from everyone that Naruto and I are the son of the fourth Hokage. The Anbu realized that they couldn't leave without a fight, but they wouldn't survive. Uzuki. Get out of my sight and tell the old man that we will spare no one. The Anbu have disappeared. Uzuki. Sleep and rest, and tomorrow morning we attack. A day has passed. 6 a.m. The army stood at the gates of Konoha. Uzuki. Whoever has Rinnegan, we use Shenra Tensei. Everyone uses Shenra Tensei and the gate flies out with a loop. Uzuki. We kill everything that moves and doesn't move. Everyone started attacking. After 20 minutes. Uzuki and the first squad stand in front of the Hokage and the Anbu. Uzuki. Hiruzen, it's time to pay for everything. Hiruzen. Come to your senses. Uzuki. It's too late. Uzuki entered Gendo Mazo mode. Note. Gendo Mazo mode is when the Gedo Mazo statue is summoned and all stats are increased, but at the cost of a large flow of the owner's chakra. Hiruzen. What is this? Uzuki. Your death. Uzuki waved his hand and the statue waved its hand and took half of Hiruzen's chakra. Hiruzen wheezes and says, You've changed, what would Minato say to that? Uzuki. He would have killed you himself for everything. Uzuki uses Shenra Tensei. Hiruzen flew to the rock and died. The Anbu decided to attack Uzuki. Itachi uses Amaterasu's Megako Sharingan technique. Note. Amaterasu is a black hellfire that cannot be extinguished by anyone except the owner. And the Anbu all died from the flames. 30 minutes after Hiruzen's death. All that was left of Konoha was the rock of the Hokage's faces, a clearing, and a mountain of corpses. Uzuki. Are there any wounded? Dante. The two. Uzuki. Who? Dante. Shikamaru Nara and Sasuke Uchiha. Uzuki. Okay, everyone stand next to each other. Uzuki. Naruto, Obito and Kakashi help me, everyone use the technique of displacement. Uzuki. Whoever can still fight, stand guard, change every hour. Everyone nodded. Uzuki. The rest of us rest, and the wounded to the ninja medics. Uzuki walked into the office and suddenly fell to the floor. Naruto. Brother, runs towards Uzuki. Naruto. Brother wake up, slaps Uzuki's cheeks without a reaction. Naruto, medics. Karen runs to Naruto. Karen saw Uzuki-sama. Karen, what's wrong with him? Naruto. I don't know myself. Karen began scanning Uzuki's body. Karen exhaled. Karen. He's just exhausted, he needs rest. Karen. When was the last time he slept? Naruto. The last time he slept was the day before the war. Karen. No wonder he turned off. Karen and Naruto took Uzuki and led her to the bedroom. Karen. Someone needs to sit with him. Naruto. I can't since I'm in charge of training, Dante too. Karen. Then there is no choice, I will sit with him. Naruto nodded and said as he left, Thank you Karen. Karen blushed a little at Naruto's words. Chapter 14 Inches The Consequence of War. The news that Konoha had been destroyed spread throughout the world, but no one knew who had done it. A week has passed since the war with Konoha. Uzuki woke up. Uzuki. Naruto and Dante. Karen. Call them. Uzuki nodded. Karen ran to call them. After 3 minutes. Naruto and Dante catch their breath as they look at Uzuki. Uzuki. Report what happened while I was sleeping. Dante. Brother, our village has grown, the Anbu system has been established, the new 10 people of the clan were able to awaken the renegades, and my sister died on a mission. Uzuki. I see, my condolences. Uzuki stands up. Naruto. Brother, I wanted to tell you that I found the girl of my dreams. Uzuki. I even understand who. Naruto and Karen blushed. Uzuki. Gather all the Anbu in my office as quickly as possible. Uzuki went to his office. After 1 minute. All the Anbu sit on one knee in front of Uzuki. Uzuki. I have a mission for you. Uzuki. Split into 4 groups of 3 people. Uzuki. They are on the table, deliver the documents to the 4 great villages. The Anbu nodded, then took the documents and disappeared. Uzuki. Dante and Naruto gather everyone in front of the mansion. Uzuki. Good day everyone, I wanted to tell you that everyone is doing great. Uzuki. I have to leave you for a few days, as I have to go to the dawn of the country to officially confirm the status of the hidden village. Uzuki. With me are Naruto, Kai, Itachi, Karen, I. Uzuki. Is everyone clear? All. Yes. Uzuki. Then I leave the village to you. Uzuki. Whoever I called, come up to my office. A minute later. Uzuki. You will accompany me just in case. Naruto. When are we leaving? Uzuki. In 20 minutes. Uzuki. Free. Everyone went to get ready. Uzuki went to his room and began to put on the attire of the head of the Uzumaki clan in the Whirlpool village. What does Uzuki look like? On top is a sleeveless t-shirt, over which is worn a cloak with the symbol of the maelstrom. The bottom of the pants are knee-length breeches of black color, shoes black, half sandals. Shinobi. After 20 minutes. Uzuki, shall we go? Everyone nodded. Uzuki. Protect the village at all costs. Dante. Don't worry brother. After 1 hour 30 minutes. Uzuki. Let's take a break. Everyone agreed after 5 minutes. Uzuki. Let's go to bed, we'll continue tomorrow. Itachi. I'm on guard. Obito. Itachi. Wait for me. Uzuki. Okay, the rest of you go to bed. Obito. Itachi, I want to talk to you. Itachi showed that he was listening. Obito. Are you sure you want to follow him to the end? Itachi. Are you stupid or what? Obito. Why are you an idiot right away? I just asked you. Itachi. If you say that again, I'll kill you. Obito. Can you do it? Itachi suddenly disintegrated into crows. Obito tried to get out of the genjutsu, but couldn't. Then I felt Tonto in my chest. Itachi stands behind Obito. Itachi, should I kill you or not? Beads of sweat ran down Obito's face. Obito. No, I get it, it was a mistake. Itachi released from genjutsu and so it continued in complete silence until the morning. 5 a.m. Uzuki stood up and continued walking. After 3 hours. They were standing at Dano's mansion. Guard. Who are you? Uzuki. I am the head of the Uzumaki clan. Uzuki Uzumaki, and these people are my guards. Pointing to the shinobi in the Anbu Whirlpool uniform. Guard. Only you can enter, and let them wait for you here. Uzuki. Okay. Uzuki says to the Anbu. Karen, feel my chakra surge, kill everyone. Everyone nodded. Uzuki entered the territory and was then escorted to Dano. Given, who are you? Uzuki bowed partially and said, Dano, my name is Uzuki Uzumaki, head of the Uzumaki clan. Given. But it seems, as I remember, the clan was destroyed. Uzuki. Yes, there was, but I found survivors and restored the clan and I'll get straight to the point. Uzuki. I want to ask you to give the official title of the Whirlpool village. Given. As I know, the Uzumaki clan is a master of funojutsu. Uzuki. Yes. Given. Good. Dano called for an assistant. Given. Prepare documents. Uzuki wanted to say something, but Dano interrupted him. Given. Here are your documents, and congratulations on acquiring the title of Hidden Village of the Maelstrom. Uzuki takes the documents, then bows and leaves. After 1 minute. Uzuki walked out of the mansion's doors. Uzuki. Home. Everyone nodded. Uzuki teleports everyone home. Uzuki. Dante, gather everyone. Dante nodded. After 3 minutes everyone was assembled. Uzuki. Congratulations, we are officially a hidden village. Everyone is happy. Uzuki. We're resting now, but just in case, put a couple of people at the gate. Azuki went to the office. After 3 minutes knock on the door. Azuki, come in. Naruto. Brother, can I give you some advice? Azuki puts the documents aside and listens carefully. Naruto. I wonder if Karen should propose. Azuki thought for a moment and replied, if you love me, then yes. Naruto. Okay then I'll be going. Azuki nodded and continued to sort through the documents. After 30 minutes. Knock. Azuki. Come in. Mika Uzumaki enters. Mika. Azuki-sama, I wanted to ask you. Azuki, without looking up from his work, made a sign that he was listening. Mika. I want to join the Anbu. Azuki. First, take Dante's Anbu test. Mika. He doesn't want to take the test, he says I'm too weak and small. Azuki. If he says so, then so it will be. Mika tried to hit Azuki how Itachi and Obito showed up and grabbed Miku. Azuki, and what, did you try? Mika. I hate you. Azuki was already in a bad mood, and now he was seething with anger, so much so that everyone felt the chakra of the head. Mika got scared. Azuki. Is this your last choice? Mika nodded. Azuki walked up and ripped off the bandana with the whirlpool sign. Azuki. Drive her out of the village and declare her an outcast. Itachi nodded. They left the office. Mika. I just wanted to join Anbu. Itachi. It's your own fault. After 5 minutes. She was released beyond the village walls. And she walked away from the village, crying all the while. Azuki sits and falls asleep at the table. Now Uzumaki entered the office and covered Azuki with a blanket. Explanation. Now Uzumaki has a secret crush on Azuki, but their friendship has lasted for 4 years. Azuki woke up in the morning at the table and noticed that he was covered with a blanket and he realized who did it. Azuki went to the bathroom to take water treatments. After 30 minutes he walked towards the academy. Now saw him and greeted him. Azuki came up and said thank you in his ear, then went into the academy building. Now blushed. Azuki knocked and entered the classroom. Dante. Children, rise. Greetings brother. Azuki. Hey, can I have a few minutes? Dante. Yes. Azuki. Good afternoon, esteemed students of the Hidden Whirlpool Village. Azuki. I wanted to know how you were doing. Children. Everything is great. Azuki. What about Fuinjutsu? Children. It's difficult, but we are trying to learn them to become future defenders of the clan. Azuki smiled with one eye. Explanation. Azuki became, looks like this. There is a mask on the face and the right eye is covered by a long fringe. On top he wears a black t-shirt and vest of the Uzumaki clan and wears the cloak of the clan head. From below. Black breeches with a whirlpool symbol and wooden sandals. Azuki waved to the children and left. He goes to the head's mansion, but he saw Naruto and he goes somewhere. Azuki, and where did our spy go? Naruto turned around in fear. Naruto. Brother, why did you come back so quickly? Azuki looked at Naruto and saw his scroll. Azuki suddenly appeared in front of Naruto and he took the scroll. Azuki, never take my scrolls. Naruto nodded and walked away. Azuki went up to the office. And he put the scroll back in place, but this time he put a seal on it. Azuki. Fuinjutsu, Divine Seal of the Six Pentacles. Explanation. Fuinjutsu technique is the use of a technique to seal something or someone. And the Divine Seal of 6 pentagrams is Azuki's personal technique. The essence of it is that no one can open and unseal this seal except the owner. And if they try, then clones of the owner will immediately appear and start attacking the violators and the owner will immediately understand, yes, it is not in the anime, I came up with this technique myself. Azuki sat down at the table and decided to take a nap, but as soon as he decided to do so. Knock on the door. Azuki. Come in. Now entered the office. Azuki. Now, did you want something? Now. I would like to confess. Azuki. I know you love me and it's mutual. Now was shocked. She didn't understand how he understood this. Now walked up to him. Azuki hugged her and kissed her on the lips. At that moment, Kai, Sasuke, Itachi, and Obito were sitting on a tree branch and saw this. Azuki saw them and ordered to disappear and he himself closed the window curtains. 1 hour has passed. Dante decided to knock on the door. Knock. There is no answer. In response, Dante decided to go into the office and he sees that there is no one there. Dante walks up the stairs to the next floor. The Anbu blocked his entry. Itachi. Dante, I'm sorry, but you can't come to the head yet. Come later. Dante. But I need it urgently. Naruto goes down the stairs. Naruto, you can tell me. Dante, I want to tell you personally, Naruto, then come back later. Dante tried to go straight ahead, but I saw. All Anbu activated their eyes. Itachi, Obito, Sasuke, Kai activated Magako Sharingan I, Sor, La, Toru activated Rinnegan. Naruto and Kakashi also activated their eyes. Toru's explanation, this is Nao's older brother. Dante, what are you doing? Naruto, one more step and you'll be arrested or otherwise end up in the hospital. Dante, okay, and he took a step. Itachi, Obito, Sasuke, Kai, Kakashi put him in genjutsu and began to torture him in that dimension. 3 years passed in real life. 4 minutes. Dante is resting. Dante, okay, and he barely escaped. Naruto, increase security. Itachi, yes. After a couple of minutes, all the Anbu of the village were standing around the mansion. Chapter 15 New Life. At that time in Azuki's room, Azuki and Nao were together and engaged in procreation. Note, if there is interest, I will create an additional story where I will describe all such moments. Another 4 hours passed. Azuki and Nao left the room. Naruto and Itachi immediately appeared in front of him. Itachi, Chief, guards have been posted around the mansion. Naruto, Dante wanted to talk to you. Azuki, thanks for the security, but now take everyone out and call Dante to me. They disappeared. Azuki, now, come later, we'll discuss the details, and I'll work in the meantime. Now, okay. She kissed him. Azuki responded to the kiss and went to the office. Dante was already waiting for him there. Azuki, come in. Then they came in. Azuki and Dante sat down at the table. Azuki, what I wanted to say. Dante, I wanted to say that 3 were able to awaken the Rinnegan. Azuki, who? Dante, my son Kei, Toru Uzumaki and Mei Uzumaki. Azuki, I wasn't surprised about Kei and Toru. But I was surprised about Mei. Dante, I would like to request that Kei and Mei be transferred to a special class. Azuki, are you sure? Azuki, it's very difficult to study there. Dante, I want and I understand. Azuki, okay, let them come here by 9 o'clock tomorrow. Dante is gone. Itachi appeared before Azuki. Azuki, find Tora, and quickly. Itachi disappeared after 10 minutes. Itachi and Toru appeared in the office. Azuki, Itachi, you are free to go. Itachi disappeared. Azuki, Toru, I know you've awakened the Rinnegan. Toru, yes, are you surprised, uncle? Azuki, of course not. Azuki, you are appointed as the commander of a special group that has also awakened their eyes. Toru, anything else? Azuki, train them like the Anbu. Azuki, if you understand, then you are free. Toru disappeared. A couple of minutes later, Nao came to Azuki. And they went to their chambers until the morning. In the morning 5 o'clock. Azuki and Nao left and went to the office. Itachi has appeared. Azuki, gather them all. Azuki and Nao moved on. Itachi disappeared. Azuki and Nao appeared together in front of everyone. Azuki, dear clan and residents of our village, I wanted to tell you that I will marry Nao Uzumaki. Everyone happily said, congratulations. Azuki, and now we are getting ready. The anniversary of the death of our relatives and loved ones is coming soon. Everyone nodded and started getting ready. Azuki motioned for the Anbu and special squad to come to him. 2 minutes later, Azuki is sitting with Nao next to him. Anbu and special forces have arrived. Azuki, Anbu, for you is a SSS plus rank mission. Your task is patrolling the borders. Azuki, Special Squad, your mission is rank A, protecting the village and surrounding areas. Chapter 16 Inches Anniversary. Everyone disappeared except Nao. Azuki, Nao, can you call Dante, Naruto, Toru? Nao, okay, she went to look for them after 12 minutes. They showed up. Nao sat down next to Azuki. Azuki, I wanted to tell you what I want to do. Everyone is waiting for him to say something. Azuki, I want to resurrect Minato and Kushina and my grandfather. To others he is known as the former head of the clan and village. Naruto, are you serious right now? Azuki nodded. Azuki, there is only one consequence. All. Which one? Azuki, I'll be unconscious for about 2 to 4 weeks. All. It's risky. Azuki, it's better this way, at least they'll be alive. Azuki, I just need 2 dead animals. Dante, Don't tell me you'll use that technique. Uzuki nodded. Naruto. What kind of technique is that? Toru. The forbidden and secret technique of the Uzumaki clan, Toru. It's called Stein's Gate. Toru. When using it, half of the performer's chakra supply is spent and you need 2 dead animals and the body of whoever you want to resurrect. Toru. Uzuki, are you sure you want to do this? Uzuki nodded. Dante. Then let us prepare for the ritual. Everyone disappeared. Uzuki sits and thinks. Now laid her head on Uzuki's shoulder and he hugged her. After 3 hours. 13:30 minutes. Dante. Everything is ready. Uzuki stood up and walked to his parents' grave. After 30 minutes. Toru. Barrier squad, proceed. The squad created a red light barrier around the place where all this will take place. Uzuki. You all better get out beyond the barrier. Everyone went beyond the barrier within a minute of folding seals in the amount of 329 pieces Uzuki Fuinjutsu, Stein's Gate. And the equipment started working. Result. Minato, Kushina and Ashina Uzumaki were standing alive, while Uzuki was unconscious. Dante. Remove the barrier. Dante and Toru ran up and picked up Uzuki and carried him to his room. Naruto. Mom, Dad, Grandpa. Minato. So your brother has decided to do this. Ashina. So there is a reason. Naruto. Please follow me. After 30 minutes. Naruto. I never imagined I'd see you again. Minato. We too. After 2 weeks Uzuki woke up. Uzuki. Hello Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Ashina, tell me why. Uzuki assumed a reclining position. Uzuki. I wanted you to be again, live, not for me, but for Naruto. Minato. What do you mean, what about Hiruzen? Uzuki. Konoha is no more. Minato. Fought. Uzuki. We destroyed her. Uzuki. Hiruzen was hiding who Naruto was. Minato holds back. Kushina. Is there anyone who survived? Uzuki. Only those who were loyal to the 4th Hokage and me. At that moment Itachi appeared. Itachi. Sorry, but there. Uzuki stood up with difficulty and looked out the window. Picture at the gate stands the Reikage. Uzuki walked slowly towards the exit. Itachi and Obito help him walk. And Minato, Kushina and Ashina are waiting to see what happens next. Uzuki. Why are you here? Hey. We declare war on you, Uzuki. Are you sure you can do something here? Hey just saw the Anbu of the whirlpool. Hey, Uchiha. Uzuki. Barrier. Suddenly a barrier appeared around the village. Uzuki. Do you want to die? Hey. I wanted to say something. As I saw behind Uzuki's back Minato Namikaze, Kushina Uzumaki, Ashina Uzumaki. Uzuki, Anbu remove masks. The Anbu took off their masks. Hey. I saw that they all have Magaku Sharingans, Rinegans, Byakugans. Uzuki, kill. A few seconds later, only corpses remained from the Reikage and his retinue. Uzuki. Send the bodies to the cloud. Uzuki walked slowly to his office. Minato. Why do you need us? Uzuki. As I said earlier for Naruto, Uzuki. Naruto grew up without love and affection, Ashina, and you were at my brother's. Uzuki nodded. Ashina. That means, Uzuki. Yes, he died 5 years ago. Ashina. Who? Uzuki. Hey. Ashina. So you avenged my brother? Uzuki. Nodded. They talked for a couple more hours. Ashina. Let me be your assistant. Uzuki. You will be the head of the clan, Uzuki, and I will lead the village. Ashina. I agree. Minato and Kushina. We'll go to Naruto. Uzuki nodded and Minato and Kushina left. Uzuki took out 3 huge folders. Ashina. Are these all the clan's documents? Uzuki nodded. Ashina takes them. Uzuki. Your office is ready. Uzuki. Now you'll go out to the stairs on the 1st floor, from there to the right and there's the 3rd door. Ashina nodded and went with the folders. Chapter 17 Inch's death. Another 6 years passed. Uzuki. Ashina, replace me, I need to go. Ashina nodded. 30 minutes later, Uzuki was walking along the road away from the village. Suddenly people in cloaks with red clouds appeared in front of him. Uzuki got into a fighting stance. One raised his hands and pulled Uzuki towards him. And with a sharp movement he tore out his eyes. Uzuki screams in pain. He ordered to kill him. After a 3-hour battle they were able to kill him. They disappeared just as they appeared. An Anbu squad found him. He was taken to the village. Karina. Sorry, Minata-sama, Kushina-sama, Ashina-sama, Naruto, Dante, but Azuki is dead. Now heard this. Now went to the village wall and sat on the edge. Toru appeared next to her. Toru. What happened? Now. Azuki is dead, while crying. Toru took off his mask and sat down next to him, also shedding tears. Soon the whole village found out about it. Azuki was buried. Everyone went home. Except all Anbu, Minato, Kushina, Ashina, Toru, Dante, Naruto, Jiraiya, Kakashi Hatake and now sat next to the grave and cried terribly. Soon the Anbu disappeared, Kakashi and Toru to Naruto. Now, I'll kill whoever did this. Now. Thank you, Naruto. Minato, Kushina, Ashina, Dante, Naruto and Gia patted now on the shoulder and left her alone. Now started crying even louder. On this day, it was raining very heavily. The night passed. In the morning, Toru called now to eat, but there was no answer. Toru went up to her room and saw her. Tanto was sticking out of her heart, and on the table was a note. I don't want to live without Azuki. PS Now Uzumaki, Minato and everyone who was with her at the last moment found out about this. Toru went crazy and was soon found dead, his throat cut. Chapter 18 Inches The end of everything. After all this, Naruto went to look for everyone who did this. He was told that there is an organization called Acacia that kills all the powerful. Naruto found the base and went to them with the Anbu after 3 days. There are no survivors from the organization, but Naruto himself and the Anbu, except for Itachi, died. Itachi walked with all his strength to the village. And he fell down exhausted at the gate. He was picked up and taken to the hospital. 4 days have passed. Itachi woke up. Minato ran into the room. Minato, what happened? Itachi. The organization and all its members were destroyed, but everyone died except me. Itachi. I'm sorry I couldn't protect Naruto. Minato burst into tears and left silently. Itachi couldn't take it all and went away from the village and committed suicide. Soon after, a couple of months later, a monument was erected to all the dead. It's been 6 years since Azuki and Naruto's death. But everyone remembers them. Karen had a son with Naruto and he is already 6 years old and he is proud of his father and uncle. End of prologue. Chapter 1 New Life. It's been 6 years since Azuki Uzumaki's death. Kito's perspective. I woke up, washed my face and thought that today I was entering the academy. Then I came down from the second floor and went into the kitchen and said, "Good morning everyone." Then I sat down at the table, and Ryu came right after me and also greeted everyone and sat down next to me. After 20 minutes. Ryu. Kito, shall we go together? I nodded and ran to change clothes. Ryu was waiting for me on the first floor. I was looking for my father's coat in my room. I shout, "Grandma, have you seen my father's coat?" Kushina came up and said, "No need to shout, I washed it yesterday, it's hanging on a clothesline outside." Me. Thank you, and then hugged her and ran. I ran past Ryu and he immediately ran after me too. I take the cloak and shed a lonely tear. Ryu, is everything okay? Me. Yes, I just remembered my father, the anniversary of his death is coming soon. I put on my cloak and hit Ryu in the shoulder and ran. Ryu, oh you, and ran after me laughing. Ryu caught up with me. I say to him, Ryu, listen, are you happy that we will become shinobi of the village? Ryu immediately replied, yes, I want to become like my father and uncle. I replied, only after me, smiling. We walked like this for 10 minutes and stopped at the gate and were surprised at how huge the academy was. Dante suddenly appeared. Dante. Hey guys, motions for us to come to him. We walked up to him and hugged him. Me. Good morning uncle. Ryu. Good morning, uncle. Dante. Should I show you where your class is? Me. Yes, and smiled in my father's manner. Dante looked at this and barely held back a tear. Dante. Let's go. And we followed him. After 2 minutes. Dante knocked on the door and we entered. Kai. Stand up class, and he bowed to Dante. I looked around the room and the other children. Kai. Introduce yourself, points at me and Ryu. Me. My name is Kito Uzumaki, I love training and my parents. I was a little upset at this. Ryu. My name is Ryu Uzumaki, I like to train with my brother and my parents, and he was also a little upset. Kai. Sit in the empty seat. I saw an empty back desk and showed it to Ryu. We sat down and started listening to the teacher. The bell rang. Kai, rest, and left the office. Me, Ryu, are you going to practice today? Ryu, sorry, I have to help mom today. I'm fine. I laid my head on the desk and closed my eyes. The children were discussing something heatedly. The bell rang for class. Everyone sat down in their seats. I walked into Obito's class and saw us. I gave a greeting sign and Ryu did the same. Obito nodded. Obito, let's begin the lesson. Our topic is history of the village. Ryu and I suddenly changed our faces. Obito noticed this, but he couldn't do anything. Obito, who knows who rebuilt the village? Asked everyone this question. I pulled my hand. Obito, yes, Kito. I stood up from my desk and said, my father Azuki Uzumaki restored the village and was known as the demon. The children were shocked. I sat down in my seat. Obito, okay, and wanted to say something, but realized it was better not to. Obito, what contribution did he make to the village? Ryu raised his hand. Obito, Ryu, I'm listening. Ryu, he destroyed the Hidden Leaf Village, achieved peace, and was able to make us gain the status of the Hidden Whirlpool Village. Ryu sat down in his seat. Obito, okay, Kito and Ryu are rated 5. Ryu and I continued to listen to the teacher. The lesson ended after 2 hours. We left the academy. Me, Ryu, good luck, I'm going to training. Ryu, and to you too, brother. Ryu went home and I went to the training ground. After 10 minutes. Me, Grandpa, while waving my hand at him, Minato motions for me to come to him. Suddenly I heard from behind Ashen, am I late? Minato, no. Me, wow, you're going to train me. Both nodded. Me, where do we start? Minato, 20 laps around the training ground, then 150 squats and 100 push-ups. I nodded and started doing it. I had already run 5 laps and I started getting short of breath. After 10 minutes everything was done, but I couldn't catch my breath. Minato, rest for 2 minutes and we'll continue. I sat under a tree and began to meditate. I found myself somewhere in a field and I heard someone behind me, then I turned around and tears started to flow. My father was standing in front of me. Me, Dad, is it really you? Azuki, my son, I'm no longer alive, this is your subconscious, I just want to help you, come to me. I approached my father and he began to make some seals. My head suddenly started to hurt. Azuki smiled, this is my gift to you, if you want to talk to me, just imagine this and I will appear. I woke up suddenly and saw my grandfather and great-grandfather sitting and talking about something. Minato, what is this? Ashen, it can't be, me, what are you talking about? Ashen, look at the reflection, I went to the river and saw my eyes and was shocked. Me, it can't be, I thought it was a legend. Ashen, then no, your father would have been able to awaken him if he hadn't been killed. Me, I don't remember exactly what it's called. Ashen, this is Izagen, I can tell you about it. I nodded and sat down next to him. Ashen, Izagen is the true dojutsu of our clan, which can only be awakened by those with pure blood, and all of its abilities are unique to each bearer. Me, did I understand correctly that it is stronger than the Rhino Sharingan? Ashen, yes, but it needs to be developed, right now it's at the level of Magaku. Me, maybe we should check what abilities I have. Ashen, yes. I tried to imagine my father, and my father appeared in front of me. Azuki, so you already figured out how to use it? Me, was that your plan? Azuki, no. Minato, son. Azuki, father, let's do it later. Azuki, try imagining something in the form of a Susanoo. I tried to imagine and I was shocked there was a poisonous red skeleton around me. Azuki, well done, I'll tell you more, what you imagine will appear. This is your special ability. Ashen, so you knew. Azuki, I awakened it, the day before my death, but I didn't have time to master it and was only able to make it pass to my son. Ashen, so it was because of you that there was such a powerful burst of chakra. Azuki nodded. I looked at this and understood that if someone found out, they would try to kill me and take my eyes. Azuki, I wanted to know how now is. Everyone hung their heads. Me, she died 2 days after I was born. Azuki, didn't have time to say. Me, Naruto died when he went to avenge you and he died too, and all the Anbu who were before you, only Itachi survived, but he soon killed himself because he couldn't do anything. Azuki, and his son. Me. He's alive, he's with Karen now. Azuki was glad that at least Karen was alive. Me. Father, does this mean I can do anything I imagine? Azuki nodded. I started imagining Naruto and Itachi, and next to Azuki, two bodies began to form after 10 seconds. Itachi. How do you understand this? And then he saw Azuki and Kito. Me. Hello Itachi, I smiled. Naruto just stood there silently. I walked up to Naruto and hugged him. Naruto hugged back. Me. Naruto, do you want to see your son? Naruto. It's too early yet. I'm fine. Naruto. You can let me go. When he turns 11 you will summon me. Me. Okay, and using my eyes I let Naruto go. Azuki, you can resurrect us with your eyes. Me. How? Azuki began to fold the seals and a scroll appeared. Azuki. It says everything about your eyes there. Handing it to me, I took it and started reading. Me. How can it be that they don't consume chakra to maintain themselves? Azuki. It's only for those with pure blood. I continued reading and found the information I needed. Me. Found it. Me. But I don't have enough chakra. Ashen. I can share half of my chakra. Minato. I can too. Minato and Ashen placed their hands on their shoulders and transferred 50% of their chakra reserves. I call the technique. Kito says. Izagen technique. Supreme resurrection, and the bodies of Azuki and Itachi began to glow. After 20 minutes, the technique was completed, but I lost consciousness. While I was unconscious. Azuki. I'm afraid of what Karen and Kushina will say. Minato. Even I don't know. Itachi. Is Sasuke alive? Minato. Yes, he led the Anbu. Itachi smiled. And suddenly Sasuke appeared from the bushes. Sasuke. Itachi, it can't be. Sasuke. Kai. Itachi. Sasuke, I'm alive and this is not an illusion. Sasuke sat down on the ground and started crying and didn't understand why, because Itachi is alive or because he is not alone anymore. Itachi walked up and hugged his brother. Sasuke hugged back. Another 10 minutes passed. I woke up and saw everyone. Me. How long was I unconscious? Azuki. 30 minutes. Me. Okay, I'm tired, maybe we should go home. Everyone nodded and everyone went home. Chapter 2 Surprise. We are already walking through the village and everyone is in shock because Azuki and Itachi are alive. Me. We're almost home. Itachi. Then I'll go. Everyone nodded and Sasuke and Itachi went home. And we kept walking. After 5 minutes. I opened the door to the house and say, we are home. Kushina and Karen came out of the kitchen, their knives and pans falling, and there was shock on their faces. Ashen and I slowly walked to our rooms, and Azuki, Minato, Kushina, Karen went to the kitchen. Kushina. How? Are you alive? Azuki. My son resurrected me. I decided to go to bed while they were talking and I fell asleep right away. Kushina. So? Ashen comes down from the second floor. Ashen. Yes, he awakened the clan's true eyes. The conversation lasted until 1 o'clock in the morning, soon everyone went to bed. Morning 5 o'clock. I got up, took a water treatment as usual, and went to the kitchen. Ryu caught up with me while I was walking. And we went together to the kitchen. After a couple of seconds. Ryu stands in shock, and I greet everyone and sit down next to my father. Me. Ryu, what are you standing there for? Sit down and eat. After 20 minutes. Azuki. Ashen, can you tell everyone yourself? Ashen nodded. Me. I'm going to the academy with Ryu. My father wished me luck and put his hand on my shoulder. After 30 minutes. Me. Damn, we're early. Ryu nodded. Me. Maybe we should lie under a tree and wait. Ryu. Come on, and is already lying under the tree an hour later. The teacher was walking and saw us. Kai. Why are you so early? Me. It just happened. I scratched my head guiltily. Kai. I know, about Azuki. I just kept quiet, hit Ryu, and we went to class. After another 20 minutes, all the children were already in the classroom. Kai. Let's begin. All the kids looked at me. During every break I couldn't stand it anymore and said, why are you looking at me? Keitsu. I will answer for everyone. We can't believe that your father is alive. Note. Keitsu is Dante and Yaoru's son. He is smart but can't use Fuinjutsu. Me. Thank you that at least someone was able to answer, and I sat down angrily. Ryu noticed this but said nothing. Classes have passed. I went straight to the training ground, Ryu understood, and went home after 30 minutes. I sat in the lotus position and began to strengthen the chakra channels. An hour later I felt someone's chakra. I opened my eyes and saw my father. Me, Dad, did something happen? Azuki. Kushina was worried, and so was I. Me. Just practicing. Azuki. Then I'll just watch over you. I nodded and activated my eyes. I thought about it. Azuki. Try to imagine something. I imagined a katana in my hand. Note. Katana is a long Japanese sword used by samurai from the 15th century to the 19th century. The length of the blade was 60.6-75.5 centimeters, with the handle it is 90 to 100 cm. Its weight is 750-1000 g. After 2 minutes I managed to create it. Me. Father, does this mean that I can imagine any weapon and it will appear in my hand? Azuki nodded. Me. What if I didn't have time to say it before father told me? Azuki, you can also introduce clothes, food, and any other equipment. I tried to imagine and managed to create a cloak. Me. Dad, let's fight. Azuki. Okay. I activated Izugen and so did my father. I started taijutsu with him, but I was weaker than him. Then he jumped away from him and started using ninjutsu. Me. Kato. Great fire destruction. Azuki. Sweden. Great water wall. Our technicians have created steam. I created a katana and the fight continued in kenjutsu after 2 hours. Me. Phew, I'm tired. Azuki. Are we going home? I nodded. Me. Yeah, that's what we call a bit of a fight, I said laughing. Azuki nodded smiling. The entire training ground was destroyed, the forest was completely burned and the ground was full of craters. After 20 minutes, we came home. I immediately went into the room and went to bed. Azuki. Father, Ashin, Kito was able to master one-eye ability, but not yet to perfection. Azuki. And yes, there is a side effect from the technique that resurrected me. Minato. Which one? Azuki. In 25 days I will disappear, Minato, then. Azuki. It does not allow a person to be fully resurrected, but only for 27 days, then the body and soul disappear. Minato. So he has 25 days to master his eyes. Azuki nodded. Ashin. I will release him from the academy for 25 days, then he will take the exam. Azuki and Minato nodded. Morning 4:50. Azuki. Get up son, it's time for training. I stood up and said, 4:50, and I still need to go to the academy. Azuki. Great-grandfather Ashin freed you from her for 24 days. Azuki. These days, I will be training you. I ran to wash up. After 30 minutes. We were already at the training ground. Azuki. So let's begin, 23 laps around the training ground, 30 squats and 50 push-ups. Note. One circle around the polygon is 500 meters. An hour later everything was done. Azuki. And now Keijutsu. I created a katana with my eyes after an hour of sparring. Azuki had 2 scratches and I had 4. Azuki. And now Fuinjutsu. Azuki. Your job is to seal this. I looked at the seals my father was making. I didn't even understand what it was. Azuki Doden, the Great Wall. I was shocked by the wall. It was 30 meters long and 5 meters high. I started to fold the ceiling seals, but I failed. I decided to sit down and think. My actions were observed by my father, grandfather, great-grandfather. After 5 minutes, I figured out how to do this. He ran to the wall and put a seal. He walked a couple of meters away from her and began to make seals. Me. Fuinjutsu, great sealing of the Uzumaki clan. A few minutes later the wall was sealed in a scroll. I took out the recovery pills from my bag. Azuki. Did you need a lot of chakra? I nodded and just sat in the lotus position and began to accumulate chakra. An hour later. Me. I'm ready to continue, Azuki Genjutsu. I ended up in some world and saw the death of my father and the entire village. I am Izagen, eternal hell, and I have broken out of the Genjutsu. Azuki, so you have this ability. I tilted my head to the side and raised an eyebrow, showing that I didn't understand what he was talking about. Azuki, your second ability is eternal hell. This is everyone within a radius of 5 meters around you gets into your world, where you can do anything. It's similar to Tsukemi, but much stronger. While others besides you are here, if they die, they will die in reality, and you are immortal in this world. Note. Tsukuyomi is the genjutsu of the Magiko Sharingan of the Uchiha clan, but not everyone can perform this technique. I was just thinking about how to take it off, and suddenly it disappeared. Azuki. Well done, it can appear, in your opinion, a wish and also disappear. After 4 days. I trained like hell. I'm currently at the level of strong chunin in terms of strength. Me. Father, how many abilities does Izagen have in total? Azuki. They are different for everyone, but I have 10 of them. 9 hours of training have passed. Me. Shall we go home? Azuki nodded. 20 minutes later we came home and I went straight to bed. Chapter 3 Farewell. Azuki walked into the kitchen. In the kitchen, Minato and Ashin were playing shogi. Azuki. Let's talk. Minato and Ashin began to listen attentively. Azuki. As you know, Izagen has 10 or more abilities. Both nodded. Azuki. But do you know how to get ability 10? Ashin. Don't tell him what he needs. Azuki nodded. Minato. What are you talking about? Azuki. In order for Kido to awaken ability 10 or higher, he must die. Minato sits in shock. Azuki. Under no circumstances let him awaken abilities 10 or higher. Ashin and Minato nodded. Another 10 days of such training passed. I washed myself as usual and went to the kitchen. I went down and entered the kitchen and didn't see my father. Me. Where is my father? Ashin. He left. Me. What do you mean he left? Ashin. I'll tell you, your resurrection technique can only resurrect for 24 days. I understood and said to myself, Father, you will be proud of me. I started eating. After 20 minutes I'm going. I left home and went to the academy with thoughts of making my father proud. 10 minutes later I was already at the doors of the academy. I walk into the classroom and notice that everyone is looking at me again. Note. Kido currently looks like this. Top is a t-shirt with the Uzumaki symbol, top is an Azuki cloak, bottom is tight black breeches and shinobi shoes. I just sat down at my desk. 2 minutes later, Sasuke Uchiha and Dante enter the classroom. Dante. Kido, please follow us. I just got up and followed them. We go and meet Itachi. Me. Itachi, why didn't you disappear like my father? Itachi. I will say this, with the help of the god of death, I freed my soul and did not disappear. I nodded and we moved on. After 2 minutes. We came to a huge hall with an arena in the middle. Me. What are we going to do here? Dante. You will take the exam. I heard a noise and turned around. Dante. They will watch. Me. Who will I fight against? Suddenly they appeared. Ryu, Sei, Sasuke, Obito, Kakashi. Me. I will not fight against my brother, Dante, then Itachi instead of Ryu. I got into a fighting stance. Sei. Sweden, great rain, the whole field was covered with water. Sasuke, Itachi, Obito, Kakashi, Raiden, Chidori, me, Raiden, armor of the thunder god. I started moving at a wild speed, only those with the Sharingan could keep up with me. He knocked Sei out with a sharp blow. Sasuke, Itachi, Obito and Kakashi entered their full Susanoo form. I smiled. Me. Izagen, eternal hell. Sasuke and Itachi ran at me and their Susanoo disappeared and they fell due to chakra exhaustion. Obito and Kakashi think it's not worth going into the aisle of his barrier. Kakashi, Kaden, giant fireball. Obito. Futon, great wind breakthrough. The ball flies towards me with a strong wind and as soon as it enters the barrier, it disappears. Kakashi. I knew it. Obito. We surrender. I removed the barrier. Me. Why did you give up? Obito. No, there's no point in fighting you, since you can't be killed while you're in this barrier. Ashin. You passed, and hands over the Whirlpool Village headband. I tied it on my shoulder and went home. 4 days have passed, I have been doing D-rank missions with the team. Note, my team leader was Itachi Uchiha, Ryu, Psycho Uzumaki. I woke up, got up, went, washed myself and then went down to the kitchen. I waved to everyone. Minato. Your sensei will be here soon. 30 minutes later, there was a knock on the door. I went to the door and opened it and saw Itachi Uchiha, Ryu, Psycho Uzumaki. Itachi, let's go. 30 minutes later at the Uzukage's office Itachi knocked. Ashin from the office. Come in. We entered. Itachi. We're on a mission. Ashin is thinking. Ashin. C-rank mission, your task will be to escort the ambassador to the waterfall village. And the ambassador enters. Itachi nodded as a sign that they were taking on the mission. Ambassador. My name is Asa, and we leave in 30 minutes. Chapter 4 New C Rank Mission. After 30 minutes we were standing at the gate. Me, Itachi, did you know my father well? Itachi. I was your father's Anbu commander. Me. After the mission, can you tell me as much as you can about him? Itachi nodded and we headed towards the village of the hidden waterfall. An hour later. Itachi. Halt. I sat under a tree and started reading a book. Itachi looked at me and saw the title of the book. Itachi, what are you reading? Me. The book. Itachi. Do you know who wrote this? Me. Ero Sanin, Jiraiya and my father and uncle's godfather. Itachi, this is a book for adults. Me. Do you mean, Come Paradise? Itachi nodded. Me. Alas, but that book is not interesting, I'm reading a book about a great hero named Naruto. Me. Itachi, maybe we should fight. Itachi. Are you sure? Me. Yes. Itachi nodded and we went out to a clearing not far from the camp, but everyone was watching this. Me. Itachi, be serious. Itachi activated the VMSH note. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. I activated Izugong and pulled out my katana. I covered myself and the katana with lightning. Itachi, so you have lightning? Me. I have 3 elements. Itachi looked with interest. Me. Raiden, Kaden, Sweden. Note. Raiden is the element of lightning, Kaden is the element of fire, Sweden is the element of water. Me. Flying Thunder God technique. Itachi is in shock. I start moving at high speed and attacking Itachi. Itachi activated Susanoo. Me. Lightning enhancement technique and Thunder God armor. I was covered in lightning and armored with lightning. Itachi entered his complete form of Susanoo. Me. So that's how it is. Me. Izugan, summoning. The guardian of the Uzumaki clan appeared before me. Keeper. Did you call the master? Me. Yes, just take away his Susanoo and you're free. The keeper just touched it with his finger and the Susanoo disappeared. Itachi. You win. Me. Hooray. Another hour later we came to the village. After 30 minutes we were walking back to the village. Sharp fog. Ryu. Futon. Gust of wind and the fog disappeared. And the same guy who killed my father and uncle appeared in front of us. Itachi. He's the guy who killed Azuki and Naruto, go away. Me. He won't live. Guy. Ha, you won't be able to leave me a scratch. Me. Izugan, summoning. The guardian of the Uzumaki clan appeared before me. Keeper. Did you call the master? Me. He is an enemy. The guardian nodded and began to fold the seals with wild speed. Guardian. Uzumaki clan forbidden technique. Death God summoning God appeared. God. Guardian, why did you call? Guardian. He is the enemy of the master. God smiled and summoned his army of Shinigami. The guy was a little scared. God. Your life is over. Boy. I can't die, I'm Shin Otsutsuki. God. I don't care who you are. Shinigami attacked the guy. After 10 seconds, he was sealed into the god of death, and I received some kind of mark. God. Otsutsuki mark. Me. Huh. God. This is a mark, it increases all stats. God. But she's kind of weird. Me. What do you mean? God. She does not allow the bearer of the mark to die. Me. So it turns out that I became immortal. God. Yes. Me. Thank you, rest. The death god, the guardian, and all the Shinigami disappeared. Itachi. To awaken the 10th ability, you must die. Me. So, thanks to this mark, I can awaken the 10th ability. Itachi. Yes. Me. Then I will be able to resurrect the father forever. Itachi remained silent. 30 minutes later, we were in the village, or rather in the Uzukage's office. Ashin. Stay, Itachi and Kido. Everyone came out. Ashin. What happened? Me. I have the Otsutsuki mark, me, and she doesn't let me die, it's like immortality. Ashin. So, Itachi, you told him about the 10th ability. Itachi nodded. Me. Ashin, let me go for 4 years to train in the land of iron with the samurai. Ashin. In terms of kenjutsu, we are the best. Ashin. I release you from missions, me, thank you, great-grandfather. I went home. Chapter 5 Training. After 20 minutes. Me. I'm home, Minato, Kido, come here. I walked up and saw Uncle Saijin. I walked up and hugged him. Saijin. Hello Kido, I came here to make you some armor. Me. So I need to choose the design and material. Saijin nodded. Me. I want it like Madara Uchiha, but the color is poisonous red. Saijin. Okay, I'll come with him in 3 weeks. I hugged him and went to the room to sleep. Minato. Thank you. Saijin. This is in honor of Azuki and his son, and he left. Minato went to the kitchen, and their Kushina was washing dishes. Minato. Saijin hates me. Kushina. Why did you decide that? Minato. I thanked him, and he said it was in honor of Azuki and his son. Kushina. Maybe you're winding yourself up. Minato shrugged and they went to bed. In the morning. I got up, washed myself and went to the training ground. Did some warm-up exercises. 30 laps around the polygon, 250 push-ups, squats, pull-ups and press. After 30 minutes all this was done. Note. I've been carrying weights for a month now. I have 4 of them and each one weighs almost 50 kg. After warming up I created 5 clones. 1 sent to bed. 2 practice taijutsu, 3 kaiden techniques, 4 Sweden techniques, 5 techniques of raiden. And he himself created another clone, and began to practice kenjutsu with it. I heard someone coming from behind. I turned around and saw Dante. Dante waved and came up to me. Dante. Ashin told me to train you in kenjutsu. I bred 1 clone. I'm fine. 3 weeks passed in this manner. I'm relaxing at home, suddenly there's a knock at the door. I went and opened it and saw Saijin. Saijin. Here is your armor ready. I took the armor and invited him in. I put them on and put the katana and scabbard on my belt. Note. Right now Kido is in poisonous red armor, like Madara, and the katana, the blade is black with red color, the handle is black and red, the sheath is white. I hugged him and said, thank you, uncle. He smiled and said, then I'll go. I said goodbye to him and closed the door behind him. And a year passed at this pace. I have ideally mastered almost all the techniques of kaiden, Sweden, raiden, as well as taijutsu, kenjutsu, and reached a new level in genjutsu, and created a couple of new techniques, such as raiden, phantom blades, the essence of the technique, lightning blades surround me and I can control them with my thoughts. Sweden, the great big wave. Kado, great destruction of blue flame. Now, my flame has become blue, but more powerful than simple, but weaker than Amaterasu. I'm going to my great-grandfather's office. Knocked and entered. Ashin. Did you want something? Me. I would like to know the seals for free summoning. Ashin. So you want to conclude the call? I nodded. Ashin started looking for something in his desk. Ashin. Here it is, and hands me the scroll. I take it and open it and see the seals. Me. Thank you. I went to the training ground. I started to fold the seals. And I found myself in the mountains and there was snow everywhere. Raiden. Man, how did you get here? I saw before me, a snow fox in armor. Me. I have folded the seals of free summoning. Raiden. Okay, my name is Raiden, I am a snow fox and the ruler of all foxes here. Me. Can I sign a conscription contract? Raiden nodded and a scroll appeared. I opened it and saw the name and was shocked. The scroll has the name, Azuki Uzumaki and Naruto Uzumaki. I wrote my first and last name in blood and put my hand seal. Raiden saw the name. Raiden. And Azuki, isn't he your father by any chance? I nodded. Raiden. Then I'm glad to serve you. I smiled. And I started training there. They told me 1 year here, in the real world is equal to 1 month. 3 years have passed in the real world. Me. Raiden, I have to go back already, but I will never forget you. Raiden and all the foxes smiled. Raiden. Good luck to you. I smiled and folded the seals and appeared at the training ground. I went to my great-grandfather's office. I knocked. Ashin. Come in. I walked in and at first he didn't recognize me, but then he did. Ashin. Welcome back. I smiled. Note. Kido is now 11 years old and is 189 centimeters tall. Me. I became a sannin of snow foxes. Ashin. So it's like your father and uncle. I nodded. Ashin. I award you the title of sannin. I would like to say so, but I must pass the exam. I puffed out my cheeks. Ashin laughed. And at that moment my team comes in. And they saw me, and they stood in shock. Me. I'm back, smiled like 32 is not the limit. Itachi hit me on the head. Me. Ouch, it hurts. And everyone laughed. Me. Then I'll go to bed. What time should I come tomorrow? Ashen. By 10 o'clock. I nodded and disappeared in a flash. Itachi. I felt his chakra. Ashen. He is now Sannin of the Snow Foxes. Itachi. Does this mean he will stop being a genin after the exam? Ashen nodded. Ryu. Great-grandfather, can I also take the exam to become a genie or an Anbu? Ashen. Then go by 10 o'clock too. Ryu nodded and disappeared. Itachi. They've grown up, he smiled. Ashen. Sasuke too, come out already. Sasuke came out of the shadows. They talked for another hour, and everyone left to do their business. Chapter 6 New Title and Restoration of Konohagakure no Sato. In the morning 5 a.m. I woke up, washed my face and went to the kitchen. Everyone is still sleeping, started making breakfast, created 2 clones, sent one to prepare things, and the other to warm up. After 5 minutes breakfast was ready. Ryu woke up, washed himself and went to the kitchen. Ryu. Good. I nodded with my mouth full of food. Ryu smiled and took a piece of breakfast too. And we started eating. So you want to become a jonin too? Ryu. I want to be an Anbu. That's good, maybe I'll join the Anbu too after I become a jonin. Ryu smiled. After 3 minutes, Minato came up to us. Minato. Good morning, boys. We nodded. One clone dissipated, and after 4 minutes the second one did too. The clock shows 7 o'clock. Yeah. Ryu. Maybe shogi. I nodded. And we started playing shogi until 9:30. It's time to get dressed and go to the exam venue. Minato had already left, and Karen and Kushina were already eating breakfast. The brothers went to get dressed. I put on my armor and took my katana. Ryu put on a chunin vest, bags and scrolls. We went. Ryu. So, Senjin has already made you armor. I nodded. At that time, there were 10 people standing in the place where Konohagakure no Sato was. Shin. There will be a new Konohagakure no Sato. His entire clan nodded, and they began to clear the area and began to build the first houses. Let's return to the brothers. 10 o'clock. We were already standing in a huge hall. Ashen. Kido, you first. I went out onto the field and there were 3 Anbu standing in front of me. They were Ryu, Sasuke, Itachi. Ashen. Ryu, if you can hold out for 5 minutes, you'll be accepted into the Anbu. Ryu nodded. Shall we begin? Sasuke and Itachi activated the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. I went into hermit mode. Fox. I covered myself with lightning and said, Seal of the Flying Thunder God, and he began to move at a wild speed. Behind the Uchiha, I said, Kaden, Great Blue Dragon. Ryu. Sweden, Great Water Wall. The Uchihas entered Susanoo because they realized that it would be bad for them if my techniques touched them. Ryu attacked me and we began to fight almost equally in taijutsu. So, you've mastered the 8 inner gates. Ryu nodded. Then we took out our katanas and started fighting. Only sparks from the touch of the katanas were visible. Azagan, summoning. Keeper. Yes, sir. Deal with the Uchiha, but don't kill them. While fighting Ryu, the keeper understood. Guardian. I am your enemy, and began to fold the seals. With wild speed snakes appeared. White snake. Yes, sir. Guardian. Your enemy is them, but not to kill, White hissed contentedly. Sasuke and Itachi. This is going to be harder than we thought. And they heard. Ryu. Raiden. Lightning ball. Raiden. Kirin. Note. 4 minutes have already passed. The ceiling collapsed from our techniques, and we fell on our backs and lay there, since there was almost no chakra left. Sasuke and Itachi tried to kill the snake for another 2 minutes and succeeded. Keeper, you have done everything, you are free to rest. The keeper nodded and disappeared. Ashen. Well done. Karen came up to us and let us bite her. After 30 seconds we stood up. My armor only has a few scratches, but Ryu's clothes are completely torn. Ashen. Ryu, you have been accepted into the ranks of Anbu. Ashen. Go for Itachi. Ashen. Kido, I grant you the rank of Sannin of the Whirlpool Village, and he hands over the headband with the Kaji. Sannin. I took it and tied it on my shoulder, instead of a village bandage. Ashen left and I went home. I walked through the village, and everyone saw me and everyone was proud that I am in the village. Note. Keita is only 11 years old and already holds the rank of Sannin. And Ryu caught up with me. I remembered what Naruto told me. Me. Ryu, let's go to the training ground, there's a surprise, you're turning 11 tomorrow. Ryu nodded and we went to the training ground. Me. Izagen High Resurrection in Naruto's body began to gather in front of us. After 10 seconds. Naruto. Kido, thank you. Ryu sat on the ground in tears. I went and sat under a tree. Naruto picked up his son and hugged him. Naruto saw the Anbu mark. Naruto, so you joined the Anbu. Ryu. Today, and Kido became Sannin. Naruto was proud of his son and nephew. Meanwhile in Konohagakure no Sato Shin, we need more people to give us the title of Hidden Village. Oshar, I can look for it. Shin nodded. That time in Suna Cage. Cage. We need to make a pact with Whirlpool. Kankuro. Gaara, are you sure they'll agree? Gar. Well, it's worth a try, we need allies now. Kankuro. Who will go to them? Gar. Me and 2 of the Anbu. Kankuro. Okay, but be careful. At that time in the country of clouds, hey, we'll have to destroy Suna. Bye. Why brother? Note. B in my story speaks normally, not like in canon. Hey, if they start recruiting allies, it will be bad for us. B looked questioningly at his brother. Hey, if they make an alliance with the Maelstrom, then we will not see victory in the war. B. I can kill them easily. Hey laughed. Hey. There are clans, Uchiha, Uzumaki, Nara, Yamanaka, Hyuga, Akamichi, also Kakashi Hatake, Minato Namikaze, and don't forget about the children of Azuki and Naruto. B. Kids are easy. Hey laughed again. Hey. Naruto's son joined the Anbu at 11, and Azuki's son became a Sannin at 11. B got scared. Hey. That's exactly it. At that time in Kurigakure. May. Chojuro, we should form an alliance, with Kumogakure or Uzushiogakure. Chojuro. Kumogakure is understandable, but why Uzushiogakure? May. There are strong clans there, and Shinobi too. Chojuro. How strong? May. There are clans, Uchiha, Uzumaki, Nara, Yamanaka, Hyuga, Akamichi, also Kakashi Hatake, Minato Namikaze, and don't forget about the children of Azuki and Naruto. Chojuro nodded. May. Go to Uzushiogakure as an ambassador to form an alliance. Chojuro nodded and disappeared. Chapter 7 Allied Relations. In the morning at 5 o'clock I got up, washed myself and went to the kitchen. Ashin was already sitting there. I greeted him and sat down to eat. Ashin. Kido, can you be by my side all day today? Me. A premonition. Ashin nodded. I'm fine. Meanwhile in Suna. Gaara. We're going, Kankuro, I'm leaving the village to you. Kankuro. Don't worry brother. Gaara and 2 Anbu moved to Uzushiogakure meanwhile in calm. Hey. B. Go there as an advisor and kill everyone there if possible. B. Okay. B was poisoned with a squad of Anbu meanwhile in Kurigakure. May. Go Chojuro. Chojuro nodded and went to Uzushiogakure with 3 Anbu. Let's return to Ashina house. Ashin and Kido ate and went to the residence. After 30 minutes. Ashin is sorting out papers, I am helping him. Suddenly Ryu appeared. Ryu. Ashin-sama, the cage and his guards have appeared at the gate. Ashin. Kido, go see what's there. I nodded and Ryu and I disappeared. Appeared in the whirlpool at the gate. Me. I take it you are the cage, Subaku no Gaara. Gaara. Yes, I am the 5th cage of Sunogakure no Sato village. Me. Purpose of the visit. Gaara. Forming an alliance between Suna and you. Me. Let's go, but your Anbu will be waiting outside the walls of the residence. Gaara nodded. We reached the cabinet. Me. Ashin, the 5th cage is here. Gaara came in. Ashin. What brings the esteemed Kazekage to me? Gaara. As the head of Suna, I wish to form an alliance with you, is that possible? Ashin. Possibly, but on condition. Gaara. Which ones? Ashin. You will come to help one word at a time, in return we also promise. Gaara. Agreed. They signed a contract. Me. Gaara, follow me, I'll walk you to the gate. We are heading to the gate. Meanwhile, from Kuma they approach the gates and immediately the Anbu of Maelstrom are ready for battle. Ryu, why did you come to us? B. Make a contract. The Anbu laughed. Gaara, his guards and I reached the gate. Me. Why are there enemies at the gate? Ryu nodded and gave the order to kill Kuma's ninja. After 30 seconds, all of the godmothers were killed. Me. Send the bodies to Kuma, with a letter telling them not to come again, otherwise there will be war. Ashen. I agree, he just heard the noise of the battle. Me. Ashen, can I become your full advisor? Ashen. Yes. Gaara. Then, I'll be going. Me. Ashen, maybe, just in case, we should send a squad of Anbu with them. Ashen. Gaara, you will be accompanied by Anbu. Ashen gave the order. Anbu appeared. Raven, Dragon, Dog. Me. Raven, your task is to escort the cage to Suna and back. Raven. Hi. Gaara and his guards and the Anbu left. We didn't even have time to leave the gate when Chojuro appeared. Chojuro. I am the ambassador of Kurigakure no Sato. Me. Goal. Chojuro. To form an alliance if possible. Ashen. Refusal. Chojuro. Okay, goodbye, and he left with the Anbu. I went with Ashen to the residence. Meanwhile in Konohagakure. Shiro. We need to find allies. Eshiro. What if Uzukage? Shiro. No, since they destroyed Konoha. Eshiro. Kuma. Shiro. Yes, go there. Eshiro. Yes, and went there 2 days in calm. Hey. Yeah, how dare they kill my brother? Advisors, we forgot to say, Kuma and Uzukage, we are on hostile terms. Hey, hold back. Anbu. Master. Hey, there's an ambassador from Konohagakure. Commentary on Chapter 7 Allied Relations. Sorry that this part is short, I just don't have that kind of inspiration, but the next part will be longer than this one. Chapter 8 New Enemy. What do you mean, ambassador from Konohagakure? Anub. That's how he introduced himself, and he has Konoha headbands. Hey. Let him in. Eshiro entered the office. Eshiro. Hello, Rakage. Hey. How dare you talk to me like that? Hey. Didn't you have enough when you were completely wiped off the face of the earth? Eshiro. That was before, but now we want to take revenge on Ushio for this. Hey laughed. Hey. Are you sure you can fight them? Eshiro. We are from the Otsutsuki clan. Hey started laughing even louder. Hey. Get lost or there will be war. Eshiro went back to Konoha. Meanwhile in Sunagakure. Gaara. Thank you for protecting me. Raven. This is our task. And they disappeared. Gaara went to the residence. Konkuro. Brother, how? Gaara. Ushio, we agreed, but on the condition that if they need help, we must go to them without a doubt, in return they will also, Tamari, so we have an ally. Gaara nodded. Anbu has arrived. Anbu. Lord Gaara, we have information that Konohagakure has been restored, but we cannot determine who exactly. Gaara. It's better to deal with them right away so there won't be any problems later. Gaara. Send a letter of assistance to Ushio. Anbu nodded. Konkuro. So, should we make sure that Konohagakure doesn't exist at all? Gaara nodded. Meanwhile in Kurigakure. Chojuro arrived at May. How? Chojuro. They made an alliance with Suna, killed the envoys from Kuma, and told me to leave and never come back. May. So, somehow on our own. Chojuro. And how is Kuma? May. I don't want to form an alliance with them. Anbu. Mistress, news, Konohagakure has been restored, the people look like they are from the Otsutsuki clan. May. This is bad. May. Bye, we're strengthening and preparing for war. Everyone nodded and disappeared. Meanwhile in Ushio. Me. Ashen, did they do the right thing with Kiri? Ashen. Yes, I always didn't trust Kiri. Me. Okay, whatever you say. Ashen. Do you want to take my position as the head of Ushio? Me. Am I worthy? Ashen. I will be your advisor and the head of the clan, and you the village, I'm fine. Raven. We have a letter from Suna. I took the letter and started reading. Me. Ashen, Konoha has been restored. Ashen. Gather everyone. Raven. Hi. Me. I'll send a letter to Suna. Ashen nodded. Meanwhile in Konoha. Eshiro. Everyone has refused us, and we may soon be attacked. Shiro. Who? Eshiro. Suna, Kiri, Ushio and possibly Kuma. Shiro. Suna and Kiri are nothing, but Ushio and Kuma are a problem. Konoha Anbu. Shiro-sama, Suna, and Ushio are gathering troops. Shiro. Everyone be on guard. Meanwhile in Ushio. Me. I am Kito Uzumaki, I lead the army in Konohagakure. Me. With me are the Anbu squad that was with my father, the Uchiha, Hyuga and Uzumaki who have Rinnegan. Everyone nodded. In 30 minutes at the gates of Ushio the Suna and Kiri armies stand. May. Excuse me, but can Kiri join in to destroy Konohagakure? Me. Okay, but you will obey my orders. May nodded. Me. Gaara, let's go, Gaara nodded. And the army moved towards Konoha. Its number was about 2 million people. After 2 hours of armies running. Kuma sensor. Hey, I sense about 2 million people's chakra and they're moving this way. Hey, it can't be. After 30 minutes, an army consisting of shinobi appeared. Suna, Kiri, Ushio, I stopped the army. Me. Hey, what are you doing here, weakling? Hey. Sorry, but I'm going to destroy Konoha. I laughed and the whole army laughed with me. May, can you deal with them? May. Yes. May. Lava flow. A and his army wanted to escape but were caught in a barrier that Ushio's shinobi had managed to put up. Me. Goodbye. And the whole army and the Raikage died. May began to breathe a little heavily. Me. Well done, let's move on. After 30 minutes. Me. Halt, we'll continue tomorrow. Me. Put a barrier around the camp. Uzumaki. Uzumaki clan crimson barrier, and a barrier appeared and immediately disappeared. Me. Let's go to bed. Everyone fell asleep. Meanwhile, 500 meters from the camp. Note, this is the distance left to Konohashiro. They will attack in the morning. Eshiro. Maybe we should attack first. Shiro. No need, if we attack now, we'll die immediately. Eshiro looked questioningly. Shiro. They definitely put up a barrier that kills anyone who tries to penetrate it. Eshiro. So, just wait. Shiro nodded. Morning at the camp. Me. Let's get ready and go. Everyone gathered and put out the fires. Me. Let's move out. The army has moved after 30 minutes. Shiro. We've been waiting for you. Me. Whoever supports, go to the barrier, and the rest don't hold back. I activated the mark in Izagen. Shino. Where did you get the mark? Me. Izagen call. The guardian has appeared. Keeper. What happened, sir? Me. They are enemies and will destroy everything and spare no one. The guardian smiled bloodthirstily and began to quickly fold the seals. And the god of death appeared. God wanted to say as his guardian pointed to Konoha. God summoned his army. It consisted of 50 million Shinigami. Me. Oh my god, your army has grown. God. Thank you, sir. Me. To the attack. The walls and bodies of the enemies just flew apart. No one held back and they just chopped it into pieces. After an hour of bloodthirsty carnage, all were killed. Me. It's not even Otsutsuki. All. Why? Me. When an Otsutsuki dies, a mark appears. Raven, how are you? I nodded. Me. Let's go back. May. Then we'll go straight to Kiri. Gaara. Then we'll go straight to Suna. Me. Good luck to you. After 3 days. We were greeted as heroes. Me. I have news for you. Ashen. I resign as the head of Ushiogakure, but I will remain the head of the clan. In my place the post of Ushiokage, Kido Uzumaki, will take over. Ashen. Is there anyone against it? All. We don't mind. Me. Then, I solemnly accept the post, and promise to protect the interests of the village, the clan, and all residents. Me. If you fail to keep your promises, I will leave my post. Ashen hands the hat to Ushiokage. I took my hat. Ashen. They'll make you a cloak. Me. No need, and unsealed my father's cloak and dressed it. Me. As long as the cloak is on me and with us, the soul of my father Azuki Uzumaki is always with me. Everyone started congratulating me. Me. Then, with your permission, I will take care of the village affairs. Everyone nodded and went off to do their own thing. I walked into the office and all the Anbu were already standing there. I sat down at the table. Me. Take off all the masks. The Anbu all took off their masks. Me. Okay, I'm creating a special Anbu squad. Their task is to protect the residents and Ushiokage and the secrets of the village. Me. It consists of Ryu Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, Itachi Uchiha, Kakashi Hatake, Obito Uchiha, Shikamaru Nara, Shoji Akamichi, Yamanaka Ino, and Sei Uzumaki. Me. I understand, then you're free to go. All the Anbu have disappeared. Chapter 9 The New Uzukage. After 30 minutes. Ashen knocked on the door of the office. Me. Come in. Ashen entered. Me. Great-grandfather, what happened? Ashen. I just came to you. Me. Okay, continued to sort through the documents. Ashen, do you need help? Me. Only with documents related to domestic politics, and hand over 2 stacks. Ashen. Okay, and took the stacks and also began to sort them out after 5 minutes. Anbu has arrived. Raven. Kido-sama, the cage has arrived. Me. Let it pass. After 2 minutes Gaara entered the office. Me. Hello, Gaara. Gaara. Hello, Ashen-sama and Kido. I smiled and Ashen did too. Gaara. Basically, I came for 2 reasons. Me. I'm listening carefully. Gaara. The first reason is to congratulate you on your cage title, and the second is whether it is possible to send my shinobi to you for training in fuinjutsu and kenjutsu. Me. Thank you, and regarding the second one, I don't mind, but it's up to Ashen to decide. Ashen. I agree, but we will not teach your shinobi the secret techniques of the clan, only the basics. Gaara. Thank you. We talked for another hour. Gaara. Then, I'll go back to my village. Me. Good luck. Gaara is gone. Me. Ashen, it seems like everything is in order with the documents. Ashen nodded. I took all the documents and put them in the closet. Me. Fuinjutsu technique. Hell Seal. Note. Hell Seal is Kido's personal technique. The essence of it is that no one can unseal it. If I try, the owner will immediately find out about it, and only he himself, who imposed it, can remove it. Me. Anything is possible, go home. Ashen. Is this your new technique? I nodded. A raven appeared. Raven. Once you leave, we will strengthen the security of the residence. Me. I'm counting on you, but don't forget to reinforce the perimeter of the village just in case. The raven nodded and disappeared. And we went home after 40 minutes. Me. We're home. We took off our shoes and went straight to wash our hands. And after 4 minutes they entered the kitchen. In the kitchen, Minato Namikaze, Kushina Uzumaki, Karen Uzumaki, Naruto Uzumaki, Ryu Uzumaki, Ashen Uzumaki and me. Ryu, come see me tomorrow. Ryu. Okay. Me. Minato, can you replace me for the whole day tomorrow? Minato. What happened? Me. I want to awaken the 8, 9 and 10 ability. Minato, have you awakened 6 and 7 yet? Me. Yes. Me. 6 ability, I can move any distance, and 7 to see whether someone is lying to me or not. Ashen. And 5. Me. 5th ability, I can talk to everyone I touch. Ashen. Good ability. I nodded. I ate and went to bed. Meanwhile in Com they have elected a new cage Izin. As a cage, I disband the council. Izin. And I appoint new advisors, Darui and Yugito. Izin. New order. Strengthen shinobi training starting from the academy. Everyone nodded. Meanwhile in the land of Rain Yahiko, we should get the status of a hidden village. Zen. Yes, and in my opinion, form an alliance with Suna and Uzushio, since Nagato is in the whirlpool there. Hidan. I think so too. Note. In my story, Akatsuki is the Anbu of the Rain country, and Hidan doesn't swear, but sometimes Yahiko, Hidan and Kakuzu go to Uzushio and try to form an alliance with them, and Zen and Kabuto go to hell. Both teams nodded and left. Note. They also have Akatsuki cloaks, but they have the rain design on their backs. A day later. Morning in Uzushio. I got up, washed myself, took some food, and went to the residence. 30 minutes later I was in the office. 2 minutes later, Hidan and Kakuzu appeared at the Maelstrom gate. Immediately in front of them appeared an elite squad of Anbu Raven. What do you want and who are you? Hidan. Rain Anbu Commander. Hidan, the goal is to establish an alliance between Uzushio and Omegakure. Raven. Follow us, but any attempt to attack, you will die immediately. Hidan nodded, but as they entered they felt that their chakra was gone, it was blocked. Hidan says to Kakuzu, block 2. Kakuzu nodded. After 3 minutes. Raven. Wait here, and he knocked on the door. Me, come in. Raven. Kido-sama, there are Omegakure Anbu. Me, let them come in. Raven. Come in. And the Anbu entered. Hidan. Hello, Uzushiokage, we are from Omegakure, and our cage wants to form an alliance with you, is that possible? Me. By any chance, your leader isn't Yahiko? Hidan. Yes, he is. Me. Okay, but on the condition that at the first message you come to help, in return we will do the same. Hidan. Yes, we agree. I signed the scroll and handed it to them, and Hidan signed it too. I gave them a copy of the scroll. Hidan took it and said, "We'll go then." I nodded. And they left. Minato arrived 30 minutes later. Me. "That's it, you're on your own from now on." I smiled and left. Minato started to look into the documents. I came to the training ground. Ryu was already standing there. Me. "Ryu, your task will be to go to Kiri and find out if they want to form an alliance with us." Ryu. "Alone or with someone?" Me. "Take the dog and the fox." Ryu nodded and disappeared. And I started trying to awaken the 8th ability. After 3 hours it worked. Me. Izagan 8 ability. Path of the Virgin. Me. Wow, the force of attraction and repulsion. I thought that was enough for today and went to the residence. 30 minutes later I was already in the office. Me. "Minato, thank you, I'll take care of the rest." Minato nodded and walked away. I sat down to sign the documents. And there I worked with documents until 10:30 in the evening. Chapter 10: A New Danger to the World. I was sitting signing documents, and suddenly the guardian appeared. "Keeper. Sir, forgive me, but this is important." Me. "I'm listening." Guardian. "The Shinigami told me that the earth will soon be attacked." Me. "Who?" Guardian. "Army of fallen angels and demons." Me. "How much time is left?" Keeper. "In 4 to 5 years." Me. "Okay, I get it." The keeper has disappeared. Me. Anbu. Elite Anbu squad appears. Me. "Your task is to inform everyone about the cage meeting, here in a week." Me. "Free." Raven. "Hi. I went to the training ground and tried to awaken the 9th ability. After 3 hours, I was able to wake up. Me. Izagan, 9 ability. Path of Asura. And immediately the whole body changed. Instead of hands, blades, a gun came out of the back. Me. What if? I thought, and the cannon fired and destroyed the rock. All the Anbu came to this noise. Me. "Oh, sorry," I scratched my head guiltily. Itachi. "Don't scare me like that," and hit me on the back of the head. Me. "Well, Itachi, I awakened the 9th ability." Itachi. "We can already see." Me. "Okay then, and return to normal form." Me. "Let's continue working, and I'm going home." Itachi. "Security has been tightened." I nodded and they disappeared. After 20 minutes. Me. "I'm home." I went to wash my hands and then went into the kitchen. In the kitchen were Ashin, Minato, Kushina, Naruto and Ryu. I sat down at the table. Me. Kushina, "Are you pregnant?" Kushina. "How did you know?" Me. "I see with my eyes." Kushina. "Yes, you will soon have a little brother or sister." Ryu and Naruto are shocked. "I'll be waiting." Me. "Anyway, I have some news." Everyone began to listen attentively. Me. Izagan call. "The guardian has appeared." Me. "Tell me what you told me." Guardian. "Soon the earth will be attacked by armies of demons and fallen angels. Keeper. More precisely, in 4 to 5 years. Me. "So, the cage meeting is in a week." Everyone. "That means there will be war." Me. "Yes." The keeper has disappeared. Me. "Well, for now, live as usual." I left and went straight to bed. Morning in calm. A fox appeared at the gate. Anbu. "Kuma, who are you?" Fox. "I am from the elite Anbu Ushio. I have a personal letter from the Raikage. Anbu follow us." The fox followed them. After 2 minutes. Anbu. "Raikage-sama, there's an Anbu from Ushio, isn't? Let him in." The fox entered the office. Fox. "This is from Ushio Cage. Isn't? Cage meeting." Fox. "It would be advisable for you to appear there. Isn't? Okay." The fox disappeared into the haze. Isn't? Shadow clone. Meanwhile in Suna. A raven appeared in the cage's office. "Of all the ravens, Gara, what happened?" Raven. "This is for you. Gara. Cage meeting, Gara, I'll come." The raven disappeared into the crows. Meanwhile in Kiri. A dog appeared at the gate. Anbu. "What is Anbu Ushio doing here?" Dog. "I have a personal message for the Uzukage. Anbu follow us." A minute later. Anbu. "Anbu Ushio is here to see you. May. Let him in." The dog entered the office. May. "Dog, what's going on there?" The dog delivered the letter. May. "The cage summit, I'll be there." The dog disappeared. Meanwhile, a Megakure appeared at the gate of Lightning. Anbu Ushio nicknamed Lightning. Anbu. "Lightning, what happened?" Lightning. "This is a personal message for your cage. Anbu are behind us." After 3 minutes. Anbu. Yahiko-sama, an Anbu from Ushio is here to see you. Yahiko. Let him in. Lightning came in and immediately handed over the letter Yahiko. Cage meeting, okay I'll be there. Anbu disappeared in lightning at that time in Ushio. I was already sitting in the office, and then the Anbu appeared. Raven. All letters have been delivered and everyone agrees. Me. Okay, you're free to go. Commentary on Chapter 10 A New Danger to the World. After about 4 to 5 chapters the plot ends. Chapter 11 Cage Meeting. I continued sorting through the documents and didn't notice how I fell asleep. The Raven appeared. The Raven smiled. The Raven called the other's dog. What happened? And then saw sleeping Keto Raven. Let's take him quietly and carry him home. Dog and Lightning nodded. After 30 minutes the dog clone knocked on the door. Ashen opened the door. Ashen, did he fall asleep again? The Raven nodded. Ashen took me in his arms. The Anbu have disappeared. Ashen carried me to the bed in the morning. I stood up and saw the time on the clock. 4:30, I went to wash up and then went down to the first floor and went to the kitchen. Ashen and Minato were in the kitchen. Me. Did you sleep at all? Both. No. Me. Idiots, smiled. Both of them scratched their heads guiltily. Naruto. Good day to all. Me. Good. Minato. Good morning. Ashen. Good. We sat down to eat. Me. Can someone completely replace me today? Ashen. I can. Minato. Sorry, I'm applying to the academy today. Naruto. I'm training Ryu. Me. Thank you, Ashen. Ashen. Are you going to do something? Me. Awaken 10 ability. Naruto. You're doing this at the 13th training ground, right? I nodded. Naruto. We'll be there too. I nodded and went to the training ground. Ashen went to the residence. I sat in the lotus position. I got into my subconscious me. Father, I need advice, and Azuki appeared. Azuki, what happened? Me. I want to awaken the 10th ability. Azuki. No, you will die. Me. I have a cursed seal that doesn't allow me to die. Azuki. Okay then. Azuki. It will be difficult and painful. Me. I'm ready. Azuki started doing seals and I started feeling my body being pierced through the heart. I started screaming in pain. An hour later, in my subconscious, I was lying on the floor, not moving or breathing. Suddenly I found myself in a certain place and I saw an old man. Me. Old man, aren't you by any chance? Rakudo. Yes, I am Rakudo Sanin, or Sage of the Six Paths, or my name is Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Hagoromo, I know you received the mark of my clan. Me. Where am I? Hagoromo. In the depths of my subconscious, my eyes suddenly started to hurt. Me. Ah. Hagoromo. Congratulations, you have awakened 10 of the 20 abilities. I saw my eyes. They look like this. Black stripes extend from the pupil in the form of a spiral, and on them are 19 volumes. Me. This. Hagoromo. The final stage of Izagen. I wanted to say something. Hagoromo. Your 10th ability is opening portals to other dimensions. Hagoromo. Your eyes are now almost 3 times stronger than Rhino Sharingan. Hagoromo. But you immediately awaken Sage Mode, that's a side effect. Me. 6 Paths Sage Mode. Hagoromo nodded. I saw myself. Long red hair longer than the waist, and a white kimono with 9 Tomo. Hagoromo, you can summon Gudo Damas. I decided to put them on and 9 Gudodam appeared behind me. Hagoromo, the stronger you become, the more Gudodam there will be, but the limit is 24 inches. Me, thank you. Hagoromo, come to me. I came up to him and he touched me with his finger. And suddenly my head started to hurt, but my chakra volume became almost 20 times larger than it was. Note. Before this, Keto had a huge amount of chakra, like the Kyuubi. Me. Thank you, great-great-great-grandfather. I appeared in my subconscious me. Father, I have awakened the 10th ability. Azuki. Not only have you awakened the 10th ability, but I feel like you've awakened Izugong's final stage and gained Sage Mode. I nodded. I disappeared from the subconscious. Naruto and Ryu sat next to each other. I woke up. And immediately my appearance changed. Me. Move away. Me. Izagen. Highest complete resurrection, and Azuki's body began to form. After 30 seconds. Azuki. I can finally be there. Me. Azuki, go to Ashen and tell him to gather everyone at the residence. Azuki nodded. Me. Ryu, gather all the Anbu at the residence. Me. Naruto, go to the residence too, they all left. Me. Izagen 10 ability. Opening the gate, I entered the gate and immediately appeared from the portal in the cage's office. Gaara sits in shock. Me. There's a cage meeting right now, follow me. Gaara and his brother and sister followed me into the portal and we appeared from the portal in calm. Me. Raikage, follow me, the meeting is today. The Raikage followed us. We emerged from the portal in Kirime, I'm on my way. I smiled. We entered the portal and a Megakure appeared. Yahiko, I'm on my way. We all appeared from the portal near the residence. Me. Dear residents of Uzushio, I want to tell everyone that in 4 years, there will be an attack on the earth, we need to prepare and destroy everyone who wants to destroy us. Me. Right now, there will be a cage meeting, please wait for the decision. Me. Anbu surround the residence and don't let anyone in. Me. Cage, follow me. Everyone followed me. We sat down at the table. Me. I think we should create an alliance. May. What about Iwagakure? Me. I forgot about him. Me. Just wait a minute. I opened the gate and went in and out with the Tsuchikage Unoki. What's going on here? Me. Right now all the cages are here. Unoki. Who are you? Me. I am Kito Uzumaki, Uzushiokage. Unoki. Who is who? Izin. He is the strongest cage, the Whirlpool country and the entire Shinobi world. Unoki. Don't make me laugh. I hit Unoki and he flew into the wall. Me. It's annoying. All the cages laughed a little. Me. So let's get back to the problem. Unoki. What's the problem? Me. In 4 years there will be an attack on Earth. Unoki. What nonsense, and as he said it, he saw how all the cage got angry. Uzin was covered in lightning, sand began to swirl around Gaara, small balls of lava began to swirl near Mei, Yahiko activated Rinnegan. Unoki. I was joking, I just really don't believe all this. Me. Then just listen, weak old man. Unoki just now noticed that I am the sage of the 6 paths. Me. We should form an alliance and start training all the shinobi so that they can fight them on equal terms. Me. I will lead the first squad that will be the first to enter the battle. Gaara. I will lead the 2nd division. Izin. I will lead the 3rd and 4th squads. Mei. I will lead the 5th and 6th squads. Unoki. I will lead the 7th division. Ashin. Sorry, but I will lead the 8th, 9th, 10th squad. Minato. I will lead the 11th, 12th squad. I smiled. Naruto and Azuki. We'll be in the 1st squad. Anbu. We'll be in the 1st squad too. Me. Then if everyone has decided, we can go our separate ways and get ready. Everyone nodded. I went out onto the balcony. Me. Dear citizens, all the cage have decided to create a shinobi alliance to repel the invaders, and from tomorrow, we will begin training everyone, and be kind enough to help all the other shinobi who come here. All. Yes, Mr. Kito. Me. Right now, everyone is free. The people have left. Me. I'll send you all to your villages now. Everyone nodded. 20 seconds later, all the cage were in their offices. Chapter 12. Alliance Shinobi Mass Training. I was sitting in the office and thinking. Knock on the door. Me. Come in. Azuki entered the office. Azuki. Son, maybe you should go and rest. Me. Father, I can't forgive you. Me. You can replace me now, just in case, since I want to awaken the 11th ability. Azuki. Okay. I got up and went to the training ground. 2 minutes later I was at the training ground. Shadow clone technique and 6 clones appeared. Me. Stand at 6 points, the clones nodded. Me. Fuinjutsu, 6 crimson flames barrier technique, the clones made seals. And a barrier appeared. Me. Now you can awaken the 11th ability. I sat in the lotus position. And I got into my subconscious, and walked along the corridor of the largest hall, and came out into a huge library. Me. Somewhere around here. The keeper of the library suddenly appeared. Keeper, do you need a specific book? Me. A book about all the abilities of the Izagen. The keeper flew away somewhere and then appeared with a book. The keeper handed me the book. I sat down and started reading. I put the book on the table and came out of the subconscious after 3 hours. Me. Izagen 11 ability, Thunder Hell. Note. Thunder Hell, similar to Kirin, but creates a dimension where the user of this technique becomes invisible and immortal and can do whatever they want there. Me. Okay, and I separated the clones and the barrier disappeared. I look at the time. Me. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. I went to the residence. I entered the office, no one was there. The Raven suddenly appeared. Raven. Kido-sama, the Kiri and Suna Shinobi have arrived. Me. Give them houses. Raven. Hi, and he disappeared. Decided to take a nap. Knock on the door. Azuki didn't hear and decided to come in. And he saw me sleeping on the couch. Azuki smiled. And at that moment I woke up. Me. Did something happen? Azuki. Kuma and Iwagakure have arrived. Me. Give them houses. Azuki nodded and left. Another 30 minutes later, Amegakure arrived. I went outside. Me. Welcome to Uzushio. Me. We'll start training right now. Me. Follow the Raven, those who do Kenjutsu, those who do lightning, those who do elemental techniques, and those who do taijutsu follow me. After 20 minutes everyone was in groups. And the hellish training began after 3 months. Almost all were at cage level. Commentary on Chapter 12. Alliance Shinobi Mass Training. After 2 chapters, end of story. Chapter 13. New Power and the Approach of the Enemy Forces. In the morning 4:30. I got up, went to wash up and went to the training ground. I summoned 6 clones. Me. Stand at 6 points. The clones stood up and they began to fold the seals, all of them. Fuinjutsu, barrier technique of 6 crimson flames, and a barrier appeared at the training ground. I sat in the lotus position and entered my subconscious, then sat at the table where the book about Azagan lay. After an hour of reading, I came out of the subconscious. Me. Azagan 11 ability, Resurrection of the Army of Hell. Note. Resurrection of the Army of Hell is a technique that summons an army from the Shinigami world. The army depends on the owner's chakra volume. The larger the volume, the larger the army, and before me appeared an army of about 3 million Shinigami. Rizu. Sir, did you call? Me. Can I know your name? Rizu. Excuse me, my name is Rizu and I am the commander-in-chief of this army. Me. My name is Kido Uzumaki, I was just testing out my new abilities. Rizu. Okay, if you need help we'll show up again. I nodded and they disappeared. The Kuma Shinobi were watching this. I found them. 3 clones came out of 1 clone and ran towards it. Clone. Why are you following me? Yugar. How did you notice me? Clone. Have you forgotten that I am the Kage of this village? Yugar. I will never acknowledge you as Kage. Clone. Then die. At this moment, Izan appears. Izan. Respected Uzushioukage, please forgive my student. Clone. I forgive, but if I ever see him or anyone else other than Uzushio's residents watching me, I'll kill them all. Izan is nervously swallowed. And they disappeared. Me. Izagan 12 ability. Complete submission. Note. There is no need to explain anything here, the name speaks for itself. I'm thinking, not bad. Meanwhile on the moon Iber. Ha, the Otsutsuki clan is so weak. Iber. Kill them. Iber. Give them to the animals. Iber. Good. Abaz. Aber. I already want to send you to Earth and kill the humans, while the demonic one laughs. Aber. Abaz, I understand, but we still have 2 years left. Abaz. Okay. Abaddon. Aber, we have captured the entire moon and your army is now resting. Aber. Thank you Abaddon. Let's return to the events on Earth. I'm already sitting in the office. Suddenly one stone shinobi comes in. Me. Yes, how dare you come to Uzushioukage like that, are you tired of living? Son. You're not even a Kage to me, you're a weak genin. I started getting angry, my hair started to stand up, everyone felt a surge of my chakra, which pressed everyone to the ground. Me. How dare you say that to me? Son. You're a fucking genin and a monster. Onoki realized that his grandson had gone where he was not asked to go. Me. Die. Me. Izagan 2 ability. Eternal Hell. Son started screaming in pain. Unoki couldn't do anything. Me. Feel the pain. And I stabbed him with a katana 24 times. Me. Phew, seems to have calmed down. And everyone immediately came running to me when my chakra stopped pressing them to the ground. Raven. What happened here? And then saw the murdered body of Unoki's grandson. Me. Get this trash out of here. Unoki. I'll kill you for my grandson. Me. Try it. Onoki immediately surrounded Uzushio and Suna's Anbu, and the entrances are Anbu Kiri and Omegakure Hidan. Mr. Kido, we were ordered to help you. Me. Thank you. Unoki flew at me. Raven. Tsukuyomi. Lightning took and slit Unoki's throat. Me. Kill everyone who is made of stone. An hour later, everyone was killed with stone. Me. Everyone is free. Everyone left. Chapter 14 The beginning of the war and the great victory of the human race. I started to think about tactics. The guardian and the god of death suddenly appeared. Keeper. It will start in 4 days. Me. Okay, Shinigami, I hope for your help. God. Yes, we are the spirits of the Uzumaki clan, and our task is to help and protect everyone who is from the Uzushio and from the clan. Me. Thank you, but do you know where they appear? God. Yes. God. This is where it all began. Me. Don't talk about that place. God. Yes. Me. Anbu. All the Anbu showed up at once. Me. Gather everyone quickly. God and the Guardian have disappeared. After 2 minutes everyone gathered. Me. There is news, they will attack in 4 days, the valley is finished, Gara, but it's a 2-day walk. Me. Yes, because of that we're leaving in 20 minutes. Everyone nodded and ran to collect their things. I went to the training ground. Awakened the last ability. Created 6 clones and they formed the seals of the barrier of 6 crimson flames. I sat in the lotus position and began to finish reading the last page. After 2 hours. Me. Azagan 13 ability, perfect control. A cloak with 13 balls on the cloak appeared in the form of a pattern, my hair became even longer, 24 Gudo Damas appeared at the back, and a snow-white Tanto appeared. Note, perfect control is the Uzumaki clan mode, when the owner is not affected by genjutsu, ninjutsu and taijutsu skills increase almost 40 times, and Gudodas appeared, as in the sage mode of the 6 paths. I removed the barrier. I tried to exit the mode, but it didn't work. I heard from behind. Azuki. So you only have 13 abilities. Me. Yes, but for some reason I can't get out of this mode. Azuki. You won't be able to exit this mode because once you awaken the final ability, it becomes permanent. Me. So I'll always be like this. Azuki nodded. Me. Let's go, after 20 minutes. Me. Sorry, I'm late. Gara. No problem, we were delayed too. All. Yes. Me. Let's go. And the entire alliance moved towards the Valley of Completion. After 2 days, we were all running non-stop. Me. Let's set up camp, we still have 2 days before the attack, meanwhile on the moon. Iber. In 2 days we will attack, and we will be able to avenge all our relatives, all demons and fallen angels, yes. Meanwhile on Earth we've already set up camp. Me. So, the tactics are this, I'll be in front, the rest of the cage will be behind me, and the rest will be behind them. Me. Uzumaki clan, you will place a barrier around the valley ending in a radius of 50 kilometers. Dante. Can we get started right away? Me. Yes. Me. The rest of the days will be training in coordination. Everyone nodded and immediately went to bed. 2 days have passed. I felt a portal opening. Me. They're already here, I shout to everyone. I stood up to the head of the demons. Me. You're going to die today. Iber. Do you have enough strength? Me. Azagan. 3 ability summon the Guardian and the God of Death appeared. The God of Death folded the seals and his entire army appeared. Guardian. Summoning technique. Death Hound. Me. Summoning technique. The Snow Fox army has appeared. The foxes immediately got angry. Me. The rest of you, don't go without my command, I might accidentally hit you. Everyone nodded. The Shinigami and Fox army began to attack the demons and fallen angels. Iber. How dare you? Me. Defend yourself. I started attacking him with Gudo Damas. Aber. What is this? While his arms are torn off. Me. I am your executioner. I didn't notice how one demon managed to run and hit me in the back, and immediately burned up. Me. You shouldn't touch them. Sharp pain. I fell to my knees. Suddenly, Hagoromo Otsutsuki and the entire Otsutsuki clan appeared. Hagoromo. I said I'd come. I smiled. Hagoromo. Sorry, I took some of your chakra. Me. Nothing. The army of Shinigami and Foxes was defeated and they disappeared. Me. Alliance, attack. The alliance rushed to attack and the battle lasted exactly 24 days. Iber. It can't be that some bugs could kill my entire army. Me. Die trash. I pierced him with a spear made of Gudodama and sealed him forever. And suddenly fell down without strength. Azuki. He stood the longest. Hagoromo. Yes, and I'll say this, he's become a full Otsutsuki. Azuki. What do you mean? Hagoromo. Because of the mark, she evolved and gave the Otsutsuki power. Hagoromo. Because of that, he became the head of the Otsutsuki clan. Azuki stands in shock, as does the entire alliance. After 3 hours. I woke up. Me. How long did you sleep? Azuki. 3 hours. I saw myself in the mirror. On the head white long hair, horns, a zagen in 2 eye sockets, white kimono, and balls of truth or Gudo Damus Hagoromo, the Otsutsuki clan will serve you forever. Me. What do you mean? Hagoromo. Because of the mark, you became a full-fledged Otsutsuki. Me. So. Hagoromo. I'm already dead, but my moral shell is still there, but I don't have much time. Me. Otsutsuki clan, your mission is to live and help the entire shinobi world. Otsutsuki clan. Yes, head. Me. And now please let me rest. 12 years have passed since the war. All the villages lived in union and peace. The Otsutsuki clan helped anyone who needed it. Konohagakure no Sato was built again. And Minato Namikaze became the Hokage, all the tailed beasts became the guardians of the village. Kurama became the guardian of Uzushio. Ryu Uzumaki became the new Uzushiokage, and Kido Uzumaki became an advisor.